Oh boy. Do we have... That's another stream. I guess. It's been a while. Sorry about that. Life kind of gets in the way sometimes of laughing at dumb fucks on the internet. But let's not worry about that too much, to be honest. It's in the past now, and we can move on, and we can enjoy what we have here tonight. And that is DSP's Trash Maker stream, where he's going to go ahead and get on Tier Maker and make a whole bunch of bullshit about a subject he knows absolutely nothing about. So I am here to hopefully stay sober enough to provide a full-on restream. That's right, it's been a while since we've done a restream, let alone a night stream. And I'm rather excited about it, to be honest, because I'm a big Zelda fanboy. For whatever reason, grew up with it, you know. It's what it is. I really enjoy the franchise, and I've missed out on maybe a handful of games. So, you know, let's start this off though, because I want to watch this video. I haven't watched it yet, so let's do that, and then I'll be sad.
Hey everyone, Phil here again, and I find myself in a situation where once again I have to make a video to explain a situation and to give an answer to someone who has been basically bringing me up a lot lately, and I feel like I need to publicly talk about it again. Even though I thought that this whole thing was over, I feel like it's best for me to actually bring it up publicly one more time just to clear the air and let everyone know what's going on. Alright, so since last year, Keemstar has been trying to contact me. He's been publicly tweeting about me, threatening me, and saying I absolutely must contact him or else.
Threatening you by trying to get 50 grand.
Conversation with him in DMs on Twitter.
I guess I got some time. We got some time. I can rant. I can enjoy a good rant. It's been a while. Let me see if I can uncork just a hot one right now. This is what I don't get. Let's look at this whole fucking situation at its base. Is that Phil here, this fat piece of shit, in between some nice game art that, you know, one of them fell over recently, which is fucking hilarious, is sitting here telling his audience that once again, Keemstar is ruining his life. Once again, this gnome shows up and it just makes Phil his bitch by barely whispering his presence. I mean, let's put it here. Keemstar attempted to hook Boogie, Wings, and Phil kind of in this nice little lolcow podcast, right? Try to get them all over there victimizing each other and ranting and raving about bullshit that really doesn't matter to most people. Now, I don't understand how you could be threatened by a business opportunity, and mostly for, you know, $50,000 as just a sign-on bonus. I just don't get it. It seems like Keemstar's been trying to reach out to Phil, email him, say, hey man, these guys are on board. They're still on board. Like, I'm trying to get a hold of you the way you want to be contacted. And then we get this final answer to the Keemstar. I need the internet's help. Why'd you need the internet's help to fucking hit a block button? Like it's really that easy. Just block the fucking guy. You really don't want to talk to him? Just don't talk to him. Don't engage. Don't do this kind of activity if you don't want to be part of this. I just don't understand the whole situation. Let's see here. Keem knows that in the vortex here, there's quite a bit of money to be made. People have been laughing at Phil for fucking 15 years now. You know, he is the most consistent, laughable streamer I've ever come across. And it's a mix of things, right? You get the surrounding orbiters with him, you know, Jenna, the horse, Panda, John, Rambo, you know, Howard. All these characters have come and gone. Yet Phil's persistent ego has kept opportunities like this just in check. They just don't exist. Because he has to be better than somebody. He has to be better than Keem, just like Rich has to be better than Phil. That's why Rich is trying to hustle and fill that third spot with those big old man titties. You know, he's trying to be the cow, and it's not funny. It's not funny. You know, Rich has done some dumb motherfucking shit in the past. That's for sure. Go look it up. Go talk to GTG about it. He knows. We've been there. We've talked it. But when you get to it and distill it all down is that Keem offered Phil a solid business opportunity. Yet Phil's ego will disallow that opportunity just to beg for more money on the internet. It's wild. And Phil looks at it like it's a badge of honor. When you turn down opportunities like these, fewer and fewer opportunities are going to come knocking. That's just facts. You know, he's looking to probably get another stab at side scrollers, hopefully without Adam breathing fire down his neck. But you know, that's not happening. And if side scrollers does do this whole, you know, DSP detractors versus DSP fans, sign me up. I'm pretty fluent in Tard. I can try to help translate each side. You know, that's kind of the way I play this game, is try to run an even field for either side. I'm here to point and laugh. I really don't give a fuck who I'm laughing at, as long as I'm laughing and having a good time on the internet. Phil's begging is an art form. It is. It's a nice grifter form, but it's more like a cult. I mean, you keep seeing it. The royal wheeze. Oh, I hope we have a great day off. Oh, I hope that you, have a great day off watching all my videos. You know, it's the indoctrination of his chat has been going on for a long time. Phil consistently weeds his chat of anything that he doesn't like. He's building this culture of, you know, weirdos, ne'er-do-wells. I like that word, sorry. Derek's, because Derek's just a different class of a sex pest. Like, he's beyond anything I've ever seen. Hopefully more of those cease and desist contacts from porn stars keep happening to him, because I think it's really funny that he has to put out apology videos to somebody who sucks a dick for a living. Now, when Phil here got contacted by Keem initially, he cried about it on stream, saying, Keem, oh, I want, Keem wants this opportunity. I can't work with a guy like that. You know, but meantime, Phil keeps doing the same shit. Phil hasn't changed at all. No matter what he's telling you, he hasn't changed. It's been terrible. It's been awful. He consistently is just losing traction right now. This stream tonight that we're going to watch is Phil's kind of last grasp at trying to gain some traction on his React channel. DSP versus the internet, it isn't really pulling the old Hogans, is it? You know, he's got the organic growth, on both channels right now. I mean, I think he's up to like 100 members or so on his React channel. Today on his Elden Ring stream, he barely cracked the hat goal, which made him look like, Carmen Scam Diego, because that's all he's doing is scamming Diegos left and right. Like, these people don't seem to understand the inside working of Phil, and that's fine. That's fine. Most people just brush it off as, oh, I gave him money and now it's his and he can do whatever he wants. Yeah, he can. But you should know what you're giving your money to. Just like I know what I'm putting my money in when I play the stock market game. I'm not very good at the green line game, but still it's enjoyable that I can go into a depth of information and try to get to a point where I feel comfortable, And it's just like this with online interactions. I'm not here for your fucking money. I could give a flying fuck. I'm here to hopefully entertain you for a couple minutes, maybe a couple hours. That's all I'm here for. But this scammer, this little grifter up here, this guy right over there, he wants money. It's all about the cash. Just like my 9 to 5, when I told my boss, it's all about the money. I want to make money. You want to make money. Let's make money together. And that's what Keem is saying. Let's do this. Let's get into it. Let's dive into it. Let's kind of hash things. Come to the table. Join me. See if we can't figure something out. And Phil doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be part of this. And that's the thing. Keem is persistent and he wants to keep driving it home. And he wants to scare Phil. And he wants to try to get Phil to jump in and feel safe with this. But Phil does not feel safe with Keem. Keem has run Phil's life into a midlife crisis that is now a health scare that is next going to be fucking the IRS coming in knocking on his goddamn door. I just don't know where else Phil is going to go with this. Maybe divorce arc in a year or so? Who the fuck knows? I know a lot of people were betting on that recently, but I do think it's just IRS-itis. You know, that tax season is here, and Phil's sweating bullets for money. But again, he wouldn't be if he took that 50K, right? I mean, that's what you're at. You're getting to a point where Phil is just a dedicated grifter and beggar, and he's unashamed of it now. He used to cut him out. Used to cut out. He still does, cut out the little unrecorded segments or stopped beg tweeting. He stopped doing that because Charlie called him out on it. But it's not that deep. It's always been about the cash for Phil. That's all it is. That's all it will ever be. Like, if tonight doesn't do too well, I think it might be close to the end of that Reacts channel. What else does it have? Oh, Phil's going to get somebody to interview. Who the fuck is going to sit there and be interviewed by Phil? Who? That's Bullcuck? That's a great job. That's the one that's going to really work out for you. I mean, the guy cobbled together a couple intros here or there. Big ups copyright strike gang, I guess. I mean, he's not going to catch a third one. He's partnered. Like, I don't even know why you're fucking trying. I don't even think there's a point. You just give him something to build a victim platform out of. And then up on stage, you get to see some good mental gymnastics. And this time he didn't even seem panicked, just because he was doing it already. He's already performed that same song and dance before. But, let's let this guy just keep jabbering for a bit.
He even made a series of little cutesy mini videos about me, discussing me from time to time. Oh, very flattering videos, by the way. And after having some discussions with him in DMs, I said, hey, let's talk further via email. He refused. He wanted to actually talk to me on the phone. Now, I found that kind of forward. I was like, whoa, well. All right. Well, the thing is, I kind of had to give him my number because I'd been doxxed years ago. So if I didn't give him my number, he was going to have it anyway. I told him specific times to call.
Stop. Now, remember when Phil had the whole WWE Champions ordeal go through? Remember that, guys? Remember when that all happened? And Phil was like, no, I changed my number because I got doxxed. Same number, same shit. That's what it is. Oh, and yes, you're right. KG is not the fur fag. Welcome to April Fools. I should have done more research. I'm a fucking idiot. But that's okay. We got to laugh. We got to laugh at it. So I did put that in the description for that stream. Just to let you know, hey, I got it wrong. Somebody corrected me. We'll keep going. At least he still got scammed by some Filipino, come and buy me drinky bars. And then got just flat out scammed for it. So it happens. But thanks, Mora, because Mora's a champ. As it's just what you do. And I'm fine. I'm fine with being wrong. It happens. Sometimes I'm not on point as I should be. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not spitting duty facts, okay? But like, who is Phil gonna even talk to? Nobody? Craig? Nope. Bridge is burned. Keem? Nope. Britain? Burned. Wings? No. Boogie? June the Cuck? Maybe. We'll see. It's kind of funny to watch certain people become a little more active in white knighting Phil lately. KG comes to mind as you guys are bringing him up. He's been a little more active in the white knight camps. What flag waving. He showed up on that stream where I made fun of him and made some comments. There's a couple of things that happened on Kiwi Farms I think he was involved with. But that's beside the point because nobody really cares. We're all here to, laugh at this shit. I mean, this guy's making a big 16-minute video all about this guy who might as well just be his boyfriend at this point.
To have conversations. He didn't call me at those times. He was calling me instead at other times that were very intrusive to my life and my work schedule and things. It's kind of weird. I specifically said, hey, I'll be open to talk during these times. Please call. And instead, he kind of invaded my private life and tried to call at other times, which was really weird.
Just pick up the phone.
And at that point, I basically kind of ignored the situation, figured it would go away. It didn't. He continued to keep tweeting about me, talking about me, wanting to talk to me, wanting to get me, involved in my life. It was kind of disconcerting to say.
I'm still trying to figure out why this is a bad thing.
The last couple of months, I've pretty much made it abundantly clear.
Like, I just don't know.
Didn't want to talk to Keemstar, but then he interjects himself into an interview that I'm having on Side Scrollers that has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with him. And he's still following me around essentially tweeting about me and saying all this stuff. But what you guys don't know is that it's actually escalated a little further.
That's pretty vague.
All right, so
yeah,
basically, today I started receiving gifts. I got a bouquet of flowers showed up to my house, and by the way, it was a very beautiful bouquet of flowers from Keemstar. The thing is, I have allergies, and so when they showed up,
I think Phil's lying about
really
this.
Idea. My eyes started to tear up immediately. I started to get sneezed.
Go with that.
I was like, "Oh, this is bad."
Phil's just straight up.
Here. So I did have to
just straight up a liar.
Also, did send some delicious gourmet chocolates, and let me tell you something. For those who don't know, I'm a chocoholic, and so when those showed up, I mean, regardless of the situation that I am trying to avoid the guy, I mean, the chocolates are here, so I
sure.
ate them, and man, they were absolutely delicious. But still, you know, not interested. But then finally,
I bet that horse got quite a few of them, huh? They love sugar.
The big deal.
Well, you give them sugar cubes.
He sent a ginormous box of EL fudge cookies. All right, now we all know.
Okay.
That those people that live in that hollow tree with Keemstar there and him, they're just experts at this. This is what they do. Those other Keebler elves and him, they're really good at making cookies. So
it's a gnome joke, not an elf joke.
And I was like, man, I can't let these go to waste either. And I started picking out, and I realized.
I just don't get why you go for a joke segment.
I thought I made it abundantly clear.
You're trying to make a serious video, and you go and make it a joke. So it's obviously a joke.
Publicly, directly
the whole video,
as well as the rest of the internet. I will not go out with you, Keemstar. All right, I'm sorry. I know you're interested. I know you've been trying now for about.
Oh, I see your chance. You got your chance. Stop looking at VTubers, buddy.
You know, I've been there.
Phil's available. Sounds like he is.
Someone, and I was kind of like trying to totally get her attention constantly, and it didn't work out for me. By the way, just so you know, I am married. All right, and so
that means very little to people like that.
And I'm sorry I ate your chocolates.
Sorry.
I should have probably just rejected them. I couldn't help it. They were so delicious. But anyway. The funny part is, obviously, everything I'm saying here is a joke, but I swear to God.
So the entire video is a joke.
How the situation has gone in the last year, it's kind of creepy at this point. All right? Like, you might say, why is Darkside Phil making another video about Keemstar? Does Keemstar live rent-free in his head?
Yes.
No, he won't stop talking about me. He's still talking about me again today. Even though I made a series of announcements on this very channel in the last few days stating I want nothing to do with this man. He can't seem to get it through his egotistical head that I don't want any association with him. I will never work with him under any circumstance. He doesn't seem to get it. Like, it's kind of like a stalkerish person who's trying to go out with someone and won't take no for an answer and just keep
He's
trying.
A Derek.
Like, no. I don't want to work with
go in their colleges with like a little sign.
No, there's no chance. I still don't like you. I still don't want to work with you. I don't think that you're ethical. I want nothing to do with
a gout-free boyfriend.
Maybe if I say it this way, or maybe if I threaten, or maybe if I say it nicely, or maybe if I offer this.
What do you mean by threaten?
You know what I'm saying? So, to get everyone caught up here on what's going on, because I'll very, very briefly summarize it. Keemstar wanted me to be on a podcast with Boogie and Wings of Redemption.
Woogie, he almost said Woogie.
He wanted to call it the Lolcow Cast, and he wanted to offer us each $50,000 to be on this show. Okay? I didn't want to do it, because I want nothing to do with the guy. If I wanted to be on a podcast with Boogie and Wings, I would just try to do it outside of having his involvement. I don't like Keemstar as a person. I don't like him as a businessman. I don't trust him. I want nothing to do with him. So he kept trying to contact me last year.
He's so paranoid.
He couldn't call me.
He's piganoid.
To call. And he wouldn't email
it's crazy.
Or DM me the details of anything, so it just died. Out of nowhere this year, he shows up during an interview I'm having on the Side Scrollers. He has nothing to do with the interview. He has nothing to do with me or my life, but he interjects himself personally. He's going to interject himself because it was a big get for Craig and company. And Craig knows how to try to drive numbers. That's why he's trying to dip back into the vortex and do this whole thing with... side scrollers, DSP detractors versus DSP fans. I mean, do you need to call Planet Jeff? Craig, do you want to give him a shot? See if he answers you? I don't know. I'm sure I can find the details for you. Help you out with that. But still, Craig's not a fool. Keem is a big get. Keem gets eyes on the show. Keem talking about Phil in this opportunity was just Keem's persistence in trying to pursue a business opportunity that he thinks will be lucrative in the future. Keem knows how much money can be made at laughing at people on the internet. And if he just gave these guys 30 minutes a day, maybe you record 2 in a week and just stack them up like that, they could make some money. Merchandising
Yeah, I've seen Spaceballs. I don't know about you, but merchandising is great. Beat Your Demon shirts. You could have whatever you want. You could have like the 3 locale shirts and make it look like 3 Stooges. Yeah, you could come up with so many creative ideas to try to drive even more revenue through this. And there were incentives for that. And Phil's ego just keeps him saying no. I don't like Keemstar. I don't like his business opportunities. I don't like him. He's mean, he's an asshole. He's exactly like me, just greedier. Which is unimaginable. Like, I would have to take 20 rips of my weed pen just to even figure out how he came to that conclusion.
Into the interview for no reason, talking about this show. I'm like, I don't want to do this show with you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're out of your mind. What it is this guy seems to have in his head that he is so important. He is so powerful and rich or whatever it may be that no one can ever say no to him. That there's got to be a miscommunication, or there's got, you can't say no. For some reason, if he makes an offer, someone has to accept it no matter what. That's not reality, but that's the reality that apparently he lives in. So he's been stalking me literally for a year. He won't leave my name out of his mouth. He keeps constantly bringing me up, insulting me, but then he wants me on his show. Then he threatens me to be on it. Threats aren't going to get me on your show. I'm already not interested, and now you threaten me on top of it. It's not going to work, all right? So the only reason this is coming up this week,
okay, let's couple this together.
Is behind the scenes, I had some conversations.
There it is. We'll let him talk.
Who's representing Boogie and Wings, saying, "Hey, they're interested in getting you on a podcast with them. Basically, the show that Keem wanted to do, but without Keem. Let's do it." And I said, I'd be interested. We were supposed to wait until Boogie and Wings had their boxing match. I guess it's in a week or two. And when they were done with that, we were supposed to have conversations about it and maybe get it.
Yeah, the boxing match is just days away now.
We didn't even have a conversation about it yet in person. It was just ideas through a third party. Okay? Well, what ended up happening was Boogie let slip that we had been talking about this because he was interviewed by the Side Scrollers, I guess, this past week. And when he let slip on the show that this was happening, I guess Keemstar became infuriated that we would do a podcast without him. And he went back to Boogie and Wings and basically said, well, now I'm going to offer them their money again, their 50 grand, only now I'm going to find a third host because Phil doesn't want to do it. So he makes a tweet about this.
He said, fuck you, Phil. Twitter,
DSP has been kicked off the Lalcow cast, and we're going to find a third member. Who should it be? Everyone give me your opinions. And I read, I'm like, I'm not on the podcast. I never was. I never talked to him about it. I never agreed to
Get
do it.
Nick. He's a fat fuck.
Kick me off of a podcast I'm not on. Again, it's delusion. It's actual egotistical delusion, like a stalker who won't leave you alone and is creating this weird narrative in their head when they get rejected. Okay?
Huh?
So, I publicly made a video
like Derek?
a couple nights ago telling you all what was going on, saying, hey, listen.
Doesn't add up.
What's happening from my understanding is I'm having a conversation with Boogie and Wings behind the scenes about a podcast with us. I don't know about him being involved with anything because he's not. That's not the discussion we're having. If he thinks he's involved, I want nothing to do with it. So I don't know what he's talking about. I was never on his show. He's nuts. Okay? The next morning, I get told by a bunch of people, well, now what's happening is Keemstar's upset, and so he contacted Boogie and Wings, and he's trying to do the show without you, and he offered them the money again. So that whole
of course he's going to be upset.
With you guys is off the table. And I'm like, well, I don't know. They said nothing to me. I did reach out to them. I tried to get an answer. I didn't get an answer.
Ignored me. Take his idea and run with it.
I think this was like Saturday morning, and said, listen, here's the deal. I wish Boogie and Wings the best, but I'm done with this drama. I want nothing to do with it. I'm just completely done with it. I just want to move on with my life and not be involved in any of this stuff. I'm done with it. The answer is, if it has any involvement with Keemstar, I don't want involvement. I'm moving on. So good for them. If they want to do business with Keemstar and they make a lot of money and they find a third host and they make $1 million each, great for them. I don't care. Just leave me
You would care.
Completely leave me alone. I'm done.
Okay? He would so
That's
care.
Where I left it Saturday morning.
He'd be a jealous bitch.
That's it. That's the end of it, right? I've said my piece. We're done.
Oh, good. End of video.
This morning, everyone's telling me, oh, did you know Keemstar tweeted about you again? I'm like, what? Like, have I not made it abundantly, straightforwardly clear? Again, it's like the mindset of a stalker that won't take no for an answer. He keeps...
It's like Phil and Kat's DMs.
So now he made a tweet overnight.
Move in with me. He'll be okay. I know he kicked you out.
48 hours to publicly
found out about us talking about my alcohol abuse.
And then he can be on the show again. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that's never going to happen. You got to apologize to Phil first.
Or both. Okay?
I wonder if Phil has a deaf fan. Fuck, that would
You
save
know,
them from so
I
much
really feel at this point,
just
and
earache
wish
of
I
those
would
terrible
joke.
fucking
I'm starting to
goddamn
get scared.
music.
I'm starting to think I should contact someone about getting a restraining order against this guy.
A restraining order.
Won't take no for an answer. I've said it a million times.
What the fuck?
I want no involvement with Keemstar whatsoever.
I need a restraining order. He's contacted me on Twitter.
I want him to leave me alone and stop.
You're fucking kidding me?
Considering me for a show or any project.
You mean that guy with that Drama Alert show that makes a lot of fucking money?
Ever in my entire
And you say no?
And when I'm dead,
I don't know what I can do.
But digging up my body for things either, or when I'm burned and I'm cremated, I don't want you trying to get my ashes. All right, I want you away from me. I want nothing to do with you at all. I don't understand why.
They'll just throw you in a fucking dumpster.
Bringing me up. I don't.
Medical waste.
I'm at a loss. It's again the only thing that I can think of is that I'm the only person in his
fucking
entire
more like
life
mental
who's actually
waste.
told him no, that I don't want to do anything with him, and he can't handle that. He can't handle the fact that someone would say no, especially someone like me who he knows I could use money. It would help me. But I have morals.
Really?
And some people say, "Oh, you can't swallow your pride." There's a difference between swallowing your pride or actually.
What fucking pride? This guy has pride. He dressed up like a clown almost every day for fucking money.
The way that he operates.
He's a reverse fucking whore.
I keep hearing more stories about.
You pay him more, he
just
puts
started
more
doing
on.
A show called the Keemstar Show, and apparently within a couple of months of the show running, one of the hosts wanted to quit and. He gave him a hard time, and now he's slandering that person. It's like, wow, here's a case in point. Something he just did, a business relationship that fell apart, and now this guy's being destroyed by Keemstar because he has a business
He looked for one example of one dude being like, nah, I'm out.
Of how I would want to go into business with someone. I'd be nuts, right? So,
no.
Listen, again, Boogie and
give it a shot. Take that 50 grand. It was upfront money.
For the show. I don't care. I want nothing to do with a lol cow cast and never did. Any show I was going to have involvement with wasn't going to be like that. It was going to be a serious show with serious topics where we have some self-respect and treat each other with dignity, not call each other cows and act like assholes.
You're three fat fucks on the internet who cry for money. Like,
so
there's no self-respect there.
Hope now, after
there's no integrity.
Video, and I certainly hope everyone will share this video. Share it with
fat
the whole
fucking
internet.
To laugh at.
Let them know.
That's it. Period.
Phil Burnell, Darkside Phil, and making it known. First of all, I don't want to go out with Keemstar. I'm married and I have no interest in him whatsoever.
Sure.
And number two, I want
homophobe.
No business relationship with him whatsoever. None. No relationship at all. Leave me alone. Don't mention me. Don't bother me.
Don't.
I'm going to stay here and make content for my audience.
Fuck
and I want
you, dude. He can mention you all he wants. Just don't talk to him. Don't engage, Phil.
All right?
It's that easy.
So, do I want to be on the Lol Cow cast?
You've answered this like 8 fucking times. Jesus.
Well, let me think about it. No. No, I don't want to be. All right?
He's trying to evolve.
I'm
like,
telling you as abundantly clear as I can.
Using screens and stuff?
Nothing to
Weird.
do with it at all.
He blocked him and then like unblocked him.
Change my mind. There's no circumstance where it's worth the hassle, the trouble.
It's been a song and dance for years.
All over the internet.
With these two.
All right? I'm done with it. Please, leave me alone. I'm trying to be as nice about it as possible at this point. All cracks aside about you being a Keebler elf, even though, you know. Yeah, I'm done. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. All right? Leave me alone. You have fun with your guys over there. You make money. Good for you. I don't even know how I even came up in the discussion because I never had any association with Keem before. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't even make sense.
Yes.
And again,
I get association while, you know, got caught for jerking off.
Even though I wasn't on it. And now, 2 days later, more tweets. Oh, he could be back on if he apologizes. What are you talking about? This is literal, not logical thinking. This is like...
Yeah, Kat knows about restraining orders.
In their head.
That's right.
Oh, he really wants to be on the show. No, he really wants to be on the show. We just got to give him another chance. Maybe he'll do it now. Maybe he'll do it now. No.
Oh, yeah, the Superman curl going there?
And I mean it, too. Like, if this continues... I might have to start looking into, like, what can I do to protect myself from someone who won't leave me alone?
Block him.
I'm tired of it. At this point, it's become like a
block him on Twitter. Just lean in. Manual ban. It's that easy.
Give one of those. Lead it there and be like, I'm blocking you.
I don't care about this
You're a terrible person.
Couldn't be further apart in mindset.
That's fucking easy, man. I just don't get it.
So why do I have to...
Excuse me if I touch my face a little bit more than often. The kitty cats are shouting.
I don't want to anymore.
Somebody rubbed his tail across my face earlier.
So please stop. Everyone out there, stop the madness, because that's what it is. I have no interest
just stop
in any of this shit. I just want to be here making
and beg for money
for my audience, and be left alone from this
in my cult
drama that everyone
leave me alone.
Me into.
I feel safe.
Bullshit. Leave me out of it. Okay? So, am I going to be on the Lol Cow cast? No.
No.
Do I have interest in working with Keemstar? No.
No.
Do I go out with Keemstar?
Yes.
No. Do I like
Damn
chocolate? Well, yes, I like chocolate. but I'm not gonna be eating any.
Thought we nailed the third one.
I've had enough.
Damn it.
I'm
we get
now
it.
washing my hands of it publicly.
You don't wash your fucking hands. You barely wash your fucking
folds. Else is
folds.
said out of that man's mouth, he's nuts. Just as soon as he says DSP at all in a tweet, in a video, any of his content, he's nuts. He's an obsessed person who needs to be stopped. Quite frankly, authorities need to be involved at this point because he won't leave me alone, and I'm tired of.
Call the internet police.
Leave me alone. All right, that's as clear and effing concise as I can possibly make it, and I hope that message is now abundant to everyone, and we can stop.
It's abundant.
Time with this
okay,
nonsense.
yeah, it is abundant. You've said it fucking so many goddamn times.
Enjoy. And now
back
to normality. Although
there is no normal here. It's the vortex.
Thanks for watching.
What a terrible fucking video. Like fucking 16 minutes of my life just wasted away at that point. Because Fat Boy just can't just try to avoid. He's still not up. We'll leave this up then, I guess. I'll thank you for torturing yourself with me while I get caught up on the whole Team DSP nonsense drama. I mean, it's a whole nothing burger. We've been through the ringer before. I mean, it'd be hilarious if Keem actually just moved on from Phil and just rubbed it in his face when they made millions of dollars, as Phil said. You know? But, whatever. It's a bunch of nonsense from a bunch of nonsensical people on the internet. It can either happen or not. It's about that simple. Oh, what am I going to expect from Phil tonight? Let's see here. He's going to make a list of games that he hasn't played, which is fair, I guess. Not really the best content, but maybe he could just sidebar them and just be like, yeah, I haven't played these, and I'm going to not rank them. And just list them off. Like, I haven't played Spirit Tracks or, you know, A Link Between Worlds. I haven't played Phantom Hourglass. That's because I haven't played a DS in forever and really haven't tried to play, you know, A Link Between Worlds yet. But damn near every other Zelda title I've touched, personally. It's once again, I have fond memories of my mom hand-drawing the first Zelda map, trying to figure out where all the secrets were, you know, trying to get a hold of everything. She was very upset when the cartridge did not save her progress one day and just stopped playing. I think that's when I kind of wanted to start playing, to be honest. See if I could beat it. My S tier, personally, number one is A Link to the Past. It is the number one Zelda game for me. It's the top-down shit. It's the good story. It's perfect pacing. You feel more powerful as you go on. It's got some fun stuff to it. That's me. I grew up playing Ocarina of Time. Got in trouble for that one. Made it to the Desert Temple after getting thrown in jail for being a man. She's probably coming for me anyways, sooner or later. Having to get frustrated through the desert, lost and wandering, and finally making it there. And then I got told, go the fuck outside. Your friends are over. Go play on the trampoline. And I did and had a good time. But still, I was really into the game at the time. I highly enjoyed Ocarina of Time. Highly enjoyed Majora's Mask. You know, it was fun to go somewhere else than Hyrule for a bit. It's just been a great series overall. I'm pretty excited for the next installment, Tears of the Kingdom. I'm probably not going to get it until my birthday. But, hey, that's why you do them. Let's see here. Darkside Phil supports. I found out about Dave by just trying to watch gameplay videos way back in the day. Like, looking at Prototype, looking up Street Fighter videos. And he seemed to be one of the few people who actually commented while playing. And, he's pretty consistent. The problem is that he became an asshole who was obsessed with money and continually flaunted it as he grew his channel. And wasted it. When we go back and look at any of those Condo series tours that he did, the early ones, you'll see him have, like, nothing on the bar. And then, like, 2 years later, that bar's full of collectors, statues, special edition shit. His own crappy merch at the time. Like the wall clock, the Stein, things like that. Eventually just kind of grew up and realized he's being a piece of shit. It's that easy. But yeah, no, I'm gonna expect Phil to probably try to be his same old edgelordness and rank probably Zelda too high. He's probably gonna hit the top list with like Breath of the Wild. I mean, that's not a bad call. Breath of the Wild was fantastic. It definitely belongs like that A tier, that S tier. Maybe it's a tweener. Personally, I'm still not done with the game. I've been playing it quite often, but still not done. Just having a good time. Who is the longest standing detractor that still is around making content? Now that they came back, probably Snort Burnell. There's some old content from like people like Jeff the Hero. There's a whole bunch of people you can go down. Like David Davidson's still around. I'm sure I wonder if Vault Boy's around, but Mighty D came back. We got a whole bunch of other detractors coming back now because they got freed from YouTube jail, which is really great. Yeah, Evil AJ is hopefully back soon. I've heard rumor of that as well. I don't know if he's going to make any content, but still, he's like the godfather of detracting almost. It's kind of weird. It's like he put out one video and Phil just died inside from it. You know, this is how you don't play hurt Phil on one of those S tier levels, right? It harmed him personally. It made him feel bad for his shitty gameplay while his fans just roasted him in comments. And there was little he could do about it. And it set up the stage for that to be kind of just a genre of video on YouTube anyway. Yeah, I think Cat Controller is back too, which is also nice. Yeah, Cat Controller makes some great videos. X Mortis is the reason why I stopped trying to make the Vortex videos, the history of DSP. It's because X Mortis has way better videos than I do when it comes to the history of DSP. And that's fine. I can go and work on other things and other nonsense and try to do other streams. That's cool. I mean, I just put out what I want to put out, to be honest. Fred Fucks return? Hopefully fucking never, to be honest. He was a wild one. He was a wild one. You know, some of those people came across his path. I mean, Jim Medeker laughed at him for like hours, which is great. If you go look back at those streams where Jim came on the SoCast. I really don't think that Phil would have legal standing on any of that restraining order shit. It's on the internet. Use a block button. It's about that simple. You're not getting it. Phil's not getting harassing phone calls in the middle of the night from Keem. Not, allegedly. It's not happening all the time. It's just what it is. If somebody's contacting you for business reasons, then so be it. I don't know how many times I get called from other companies to ask me for my services. That's just how business works. Yeah. GTG has been around too for a long time. And it's been nice. Him and I have been chatting on the side about some stuff here or there. We're trying to develop like a excuse me for the desk bump, but we're trying to develop a FGC style stream. I'm a big fan of FGC, even though I suck at fighting games. GTG loves his FGC and his lore. I see why we can't just team up and maybe invite Jaha for, the trifecta. You gotta have a buff dude, right? That's definitely not me. Yeah, I have the witty one who's GTG, the stoner who's me. That's obvious, come on. And then you get the buff guy. And that's like perfect FGC combinations. Hit him with those hot combos. But that's for another day. That's still in early development, I would say. I'm trying to slowly build up all the graphics and everything. And get everything in line for all that. We'll see how that all goes, though. But that's a future thing. That's like way out there. Derek stream is coming up. I'm still editing that shit because holy fuck, Derek is a degenerate, which shouldn't shock any of you at all. My apologies. I've again had to deal with real world shit, and still I'm going to. I finally get to meet my niece and nephew next weekend on Sunday after working on a side job to make some money to pay for the fucking fact that my truck pooped a transmission, which has already been paid for and already dealt with. Oh, you found Haseo? Nice. Hopefully it's worth laughing at. So, big ups on that one. Yeah, it's just nice to get a nice evening stream in here. You know, Mrs. Proper is away. I felt like it was perfect timing to hit up a night stream. Have a little fun. I probably will do one again on Phil's day off. See who I can gather up and just kind of do a roundtable discussion. Chaos stream. Bring in all the dent tractors, detractors, whoever wants to farm and party. We'll party and talk out. Yeah, I don't know. Tor is where I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go into the dot onions and moderate the farms, which isn't a big deal. I mean, that's just what I like to do anyways. So who knows when it's coming back on ClearNet. Jurish is still fighting the tranny fight. So I don't know the outcome, but whatever it is, it's apparently about a tranny who I help me understand this. Somebody accidentally raped somebody else. I don't know how that happens. How do you accidentally do anybody in that situation? That is not a thing that should happen ever. I just don't like. Did you fall over naked and just dropped right into the hole? It's weird. It's weird. But apparently this person was very upset about having their own thread on Kiwi Farms and is trying to do whatever they can to make it not happen. So yeah, it's a big old fucking mess, is what it is. And of course, these people have some sort of power over ClearNet people and pretty much leverage the fact that they don't want Kiwi Farms on ClearNet and try to go off of these people who are heads of, services. And they go, hey, do you want people to know about this or that or this? And they're like, oh, we'll block that website. It's nice and easy. Sooner or later, it all calms down. So who knows how long it'll be until Kiwi Farms comes back on ClearNet. I'm fascinated by it, truly, because it is kind of a freedom of speech kind of thing. Like, what makes you block one website over another when mostly it's just laughing at a bunch of dumb idiots on the internet? It's very strange. It's very strange. I just don't know. Canada's moving forward with some certain things that are going to move some people around and upset some people. It's very, very odd. Very odd. And I mean, all it is boils down to just keep on pointing and keep on laughing. That's all you can do, and that's what you got to go for. As long as you can, that's where it is. Because you never know. You never know. Bill's a minute out from turning on the stream late. So, I'm not too opposed. Like, if you're going to do whatever you want to do as an adult, as long as you're not hurting children and animals, fine by me. Fine by me. Really don't care. You want Keffel's drug hookup? That might get some good blow. Probably some really good blow. I mean, if you have to make up this whole victimizing trip thing and go run away for a little while and then burn up all the money on sniffing it up your nose, man, you gotta be careful though. Fentanyl's a fucking thing. Like, there's a reason I'm not sneaking up a bunch of fucking rails or anything like that. Nose candy's never been my drug of choice personally, and I've actually stayed away from the Peruvian marching powder. It's just never appealed to me, man. Much rather drink and smoke some reefer. Not that deep. I mean, occasional psychedelics are fun too. I mean, that's the point for most streamers, I would say, Meth Bear, is that there's a lot of people out there who try to grift and scam and getting a hold of stuff. I've been watching a lot of NBA. I've been watching NHL. I've been watching some baseball too. Like, that's what I get. That's what I get. Ooh, you got some Molly? Molly can be a good time. But still, laced with meth? That's kind of a doubt, but sure. Guess it could happen. Yeah, big ups for the Blackhawks for pulling in the first pick overall. So, congratulations to you. I just hope that my Sharks can start to recover after that woeful season. So who knows? Yeah, I think we're still waiting for Phil. Let's see if he gets back yet. Nope. We're still waiting apparently. Big ups, by the way, to Prophet, who showed up in DMs and said, "Hey man, I got some new settings showing up and for some OBS stuff." So I set up those settings, and hopefully it's working out for the stream tonight. Yeah, as a Sharks fan, I know the art of choking. Trust me, there's a reason why there's a splinter of a stick in the Sharks' throat. It's because they keep choking in the fucking playoffs, and it can never win a cup. But yeah, poor Leafs fan Steve over there is going to have a meltdown if they choke that series away. So I'm thinking Dallas and Florida right now is who I'm rooting for, because Joe Pavelski is a goal machine at, scoring 4 goals and still losing that fucking game. Yeah, Jesus. I couldn't imagine performing that well and just be sad. Be sad. Oh yeah, poor Steve Dangle is just getting ruined. He is one of my favorite people to watch about hockey because he is so diehard fan. Like, I loved his whole thing about, he was an Oil fan Steve for a while, rooting for them. It's a Canadian thing, okay? I'm not even Canadian. I just like fucking hockey. A sport where you can punch somebody in the face and go skate off and do a timeout. It's not a big deal. Yeah, we'll see how the Dubs do tonight. Dubs are playing the Lake Show. They got embarrassed the other day. So it's sport. It's probably the most entertaining thing I can watch on TV overall. It's just fun. You're not going to predict it. You're not going to do anything. Oh, Phil's in chat. Fantastic. Oh, dude, thanks, Prophet. Again, thank you for the help. I know I just gave you your shout out if you didn't show up for that, but once again, thank you for your help to make the stream look crisp. And yeah, I did tune up the stream a little bit. Hopefully you guys like it, like the new layout. It's a little cleaner. Flows a little better too. So we'll keep going with that. We'll make sure it all tends to work out. I mean, I bought the new rig. I might as well use it to its limits and learn some new fun shit. Like, I've been messing around with some FL Studio and trying to figure that out more. Make some OG songs. Who knows? Maybe I'll just be a lo-fi song streamer and do some pig wave or something. Good. Being a depressed lad is hard. That's hard. I got into a rough groove there for a little bit. I was doing some therapy, had some struggles with that. I stopped for a bit, to be honest. I probably have to go and call and contact and try to get scheduled again to try to get back on that front. But I'm feeling better since those first couple of sessions. Anyways, they helped me quite a bit to gain a grasp on certain things happening in my personal life. I'd highly suggest it. Give it a shot. So it works out pretty well. And overworking. I know how that goes. I'm on my third 60-hour work week in a row. And yeah, it's just been heavy. It's been heavy. I worked a couple side jobs, which is cool. Getting to work with the old man. Learn a little more on the trade on the side, which is always a good thing. And I'm getting paid some money. Which will help for a Disney World trip that I have planned later in the future this year, which is fantastic. I can't wait to be a big dumb fucking kid. It's just all good. Like, you got to go through the struggle bus. You got to ride it every now and then and try to get through. How are you fucking still trying to set up, bro? Like it's not that difficult. Like, fuck, even Jade could have set this stream up faster. And I do like how Phil asked Jade about walking around. It just doesn't fucking work, man. Oh, it just doesn't fucking work. Like, this dude's in a wheelchair, and you're like, oh, did you do a lot of walking around? Did you enjoy your day? No, I didn't. No. It's just silly. You've got just so many things that we could go and laugh at aside from Phil. And he's just bread and butter because it's simple. It's easy. It's enjoyable, right? Yeah, I thought about doing doom posting. I thought about blackpilling the stream. I thought about watching riots. I've thought about doing a whole bunch of different shit. It all interests me. Like I watch a stream in the mornings that talks about the stonk market. That's my morning go-to. Cup of coffee. First thing. All right, let's listen to the stream and get some trading ideas. Things like that. You know, you got to expand. You can't be stagnant. Phil wants to be stagnant. He wants to be contained in his little, snort for, keep his cult close to the side, and, make sure that they're well fed with victim blaming and they want to contribute to his cause. Because he's the underdog, the victim. But who knows? Who knows? I never got into Magic. Never got into Magic somehow. Never got into D&D yet. So those are going to happen. I am looking forward to doing some traveling probably next year. I'll see it happening probably, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe after tax season next year. I do want to go and check out some stuff. Maybe later this year too. I can fucking no, not dealing with that fucking shit tonight. Nope. No, thank you. I will gladly pass. Turn up the Zelda jams a little bit so you can hear the Song of Time before I play Gerudo Valley and get you hyped for this shit. It feels weird to put in more effort into this stream than Phil does on his own stream. It really does. Like, I made the thumbnail. It took me like 5 minutes. It was really easy and fun. I mean, I found a little kid costume, and then I cut out a Phil face, a dumb one, and then put it on that. And then I got a high roll background, put it on that. And I was done. Oh, Zelda sucks. Too many puzzles. Wait till you try to puzzle out how you build stuff in the next game. It's like Minecraft for Zelda. At least that's how Phil described it. Like, he's got his numbers up already. He's like, oh, come on, people, give me the numbers. That's weird. That's like some AI art right there. Good job, poor chat. Poor AI. Like, I feel bad that artificial intelligence has to recognize Darkside Phil. Like, that's going to be the accelerant to just cause chaos in humanity. It's just going to be that shit. Ugh. We got Street Fighter coming up. Phil's going to make some madness video, do some feasting and fighting kind of bullshit. I get it. It's like his jam, but he's going to be so salty over it. He's going to be so mad because he's going to get hunted. There are going to be some pig hunters out there, man. I might join them. For a good hog hunt. See what happens. But I'll have to get some practice in. Figure out fight K and do all that. Because I really suck at fighting games. I suck at fighting games worse than I suck at Destiny on PC right now. Which, I'm okay. I'm okay. I do alright. My little stasis build. Yeah, they announced open beta, which is good. More people, more test, more play. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm sure that they'll add characters during that session. I think that's how it's going to go. Karma Kid, what's going on, man? Thanks for swinging by. Thank you all for swinging by. I know we got Pop over there doing his thing, and he's bringing all the views in and enjoying it. Big ups to him. He's been holding down the fort with the restreams lately. I usually show up for those. But like I said, tonight I get the chance and the opportunity to show up and laugh at everything so far. Yeah, Lightfall has been just meh for me. I haven't played in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It's been meh. So, don't know what I'm going to do about that, but I'm Crucible main, so I'll just live in PvP and shoot people with Polaris Lance. I was also thinking about just doing GL main. Just fighting Lion and a primary GL and going to town. Because you can do some wild stuff. Especially on Warlock. You can do some crazy stuff with that. So Phil's not going to have any of his own gameplay of when he played any Zelda game. He doesn't want to show you all the save states he went through to go and play, Zelda 2. I don't even know. I didn't research how what he played, really. I mean, Breath of the Wild, he's played. Zelda 2, he's played. You know, he's been a little over the map. You know, I think he played Skyward Sword too. I enjoyed that one. That one was all right. Someone I got for the Wii. It's like, oh, Black Friday shopping, yeah. What's up, Hanger 18? I'm doing all right, man. I'm hanging in there. You know, it's nice. It feels good to pop off with a restream. You know, I don't do them too often anymore. Maybe I should start doing Saturday mornings when I can. I was thinking about it. I know there's no bingo, so we're not gonna play any bingo. But you know, maybe I can figure out how to do some Jeopardy. What the fuck is that? What is that fan art? What the fuck is that? I don't know if I saw that one before. Jesus, that was terrible. That one was awful. Like KFC is gonna post that on Twitter. The in Espanol one, okay? They for some reason love Phil on that Twitter handle. It's like the Spanish Colonel is like DSP. It's happened a multitude of times now. Oh, he took down most of his songs? Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. A good thing we have them all muted, so we don't have to listen to them. Which is kind of weird. I don't know if he just did that on his own. Like, deleting videos was probably not the play, to be honest. I think he should have unlisted them. And I think he would have been safe. I don't think you could tag an unlisted video and be like, yo, this is copyright strike. Or do some shit like that. You know. He would freak out if he ever got a community strike. That's a different ballgame. The pain this man would be in if he couldn't stream for a week. He'd be running to Twitch. Like, he was already ready. He was already set up, ready to just jump to Twitch immediately. Because he feels comfortable there. You rebuild. Just like he did coming over here to YouTube. When he got pooped off of Twitch. When they're like, nah, out of the partnership program, homie. Yeah, Friday Night Fights are over. This slide is, it's just redundant. Like, there's no point. Get rid of it. I don't know if he would get banned for that. I'm unsure. I'm unsure if he's gonna get banned for doing what he's doing. Let me switch it over. Jade Speak has been my favorite Tard dialect to go through lately. You know, especially when he whines that Phil should not play a video game. It Time Go is my favorite right now. I am back. That's right. Doing a little streaming. Like I said, I got a Derek video lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and put a shout. What else do I got? I don't know if I'm gonna do a stream because it's just gonna take so much editing. I do a ton of fucking editing if I'm gonna do a Derek stream. Like, I'm gonna have to edit pictures and GIMP and try to fix everything, and I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I like his Dents trying to ask him to play video games with him. You know, you saw how well that happened when he was playing Apex. That went over well. You got earnings coming up? I think that's on Microvision. I'm big on Microvision. I like LiDAR technology. Yeah, we'll see if we get the pause for the Fred rate next month. They kind of give you some wishy-washy kind of answer. Like, yeah, we're thinking about it. Depends on the data. I think CPI's tomorrow, so we'll see about that. I don't know. I like stonks. It's fun gambling. I only gamble with my weed money, which is the best part about it. It's money I don't care about. Anyways, it's like, oh, am I gonna buy this good eighth? Nah, I'm gonna go gamble it on stonks. I made a couple decent plays here or there, so it hasn't been too terrible. But I am no financial expert. And that does not shock me. Phil might break a controller if Jade beat him in a set. He'd just be ruined for life. It'd be like losing a racing game to Super Blind Man. It's such a weird fucking slide, man. It makes no sense. It just says so good. It's got the DSP kernel. Made it not look like shit. It still looks like shit. Oh, member bombs. Dude. Should get some member bombs going over there. Yeah, 109 for members. And he's asking for 115. It's a weird one. He's like a consistent goalpost you can move. Oh, hello. Hello there, Bill.
Okay, leaderboard is working. And let's see if I can move my cursor onto the screen as you guys can see. So it looks like I got it up and running. Now I need to get the chat working on my laptop. That I don't have working yet.
How do you not have this all set up, bro? Like, what are you doing?
Good evening. How's
having
everyone
a pull
tonight here on DSP Reacts, a rare
Homer, what's up, dude?
Night stream on DSP
How you doing,
Reacts,
brother?
I know we usually don't do these. This is a
welcome
rare
to the stream.
to actually do something like this. It's been a few weeks since the last time we did a tier maker event.
This whole tier maker is based upon
really
Zelda hype.
When I ranked game systems, video game systems, right? Consoles. Went quite a bit. Was pretty entertaining. And
reports for graduation. Big ups, my dude.
Videos I've ever done on this channel, over 3,000 views. And so we
it
were
has been a
do
while.
another tier
Good
maker
Steve, man.
at some point, and we were talking about it over the weeks. And one that we're definitely
right, let's go over his tier list.
Is actually
we got unplayed, unknown,
DSP's,
and it's double S through D.
What is it? Fight me? No.
So Phil is going to edgelord it and go to a double S category.
What am I calling it? What am I calling the Street Fighter event? I forgot the name of it already.
He still doesn't know.
What the hell am I calling it?
I don't even know what it's called. Like the Fighting Feast or something like that.
Bad. You're still getting old.
No, it's Jin.
The name I just came up with
Jin Brain.
Ago. The Fighting Feast. Thank you. It's the Fighting Feast.
Oh, big ups to all the pops.
That's what it's called. So during the Fighting Feast event,
that's for sure.
Going to be a marathon on May 21st, where we're going to go through the history of Street Fighter, and do all kinds of fun stuff. We're going to be doing a special tier maker event that day, and that tier maker event is essentially going to be two different fighting game related ones. It'll probably be one that either ranks Street Fighter games or fighting game franchises, and then the other one will likely be something to do with like characters, right? We'll figure it out on the fly that day.
Okay, but both of the obvious ones to do tier
exactly
makers
what
about.
You guys would like to do.
I just don't understand how this guy's going to pull off like 2 hours of stalling for this tier maker, man.
Several weeks since we did one of these, and the last one did really well. I said, why not just do another one? All right, so tonight we're going to do another fun tier maker interactive event. We'll start in about 10 minutes or so. And it's going to be ranking the Zelda games
that I have
played. And as you're going to see, this ranking is quite good. This one has basically...
this is...
a ton of Zelda games.
That's on Phil's end.
Them, okay, are ones that are different versions. Meaning, for example...
Yeah, Carbon Kid. That's why I signed up for this one. Because I got enough drugs and alcohol to make it through.
A standard version of a game, but there might have been an HD remake of a game, and depending on which version you've played, that's how you rank it. You see? Maybe
why?
In some cases I've played both.
It's the same fucking shit.
I have
it's got the upgrade.
Skyward Sword and Skyward Sword HD. So I would likely.
I want you to accidentally turn off the computer by pressing the power button. So
HD was better
mash into the
Skyward Sword, and I'll give it a higher ranking.
Filter.
Right.
That's cool.
So that's kind of how it works. It's going to be fun to go through all of these. But admittedly, I have not played all of these. Like, taking a look at some of these, you know, a lot of the handheld ones I never play. And those are going to be, like, off.
That sucks.
I'm not going to rank
some of those were real fucking good.
That'd be ridiculous, right?
Like,
that wouldn't be fair.
Oracle of Ages,
for the most part,
those ones, choice.
I don't know why we need an SS
Tasty
and an
games.
S. I feel like we don't need the SS tier. Like, that's
but you have it there.
So, I might actually just remove it. Hold on. Well, I got to go to my computer to do that because my camera's blocking it.
God damn it. God damn it.
There we go. That's better.
All right, chat. I got to know where are you putting Wind Waker? I I think that's a real test for any tier maker series. Is where you put Wind Waker at.
Too many tiers, right? There's way too many. So we'll do S, A, B, C, and D, and I've never played. Yeah, 5 levels of quality, and then ones I've never played. That's good. That's a good way to.
Oh damn it! It's gonna be fucking boring.
Okay. So yeah, this is what we're gonna do tonight.
Aid,
it's gonna
feature.
take a while,
okay.
Because I've played. I was counting, and I'm pretty sure
shooting for that in between gap.
Of these, and then there's a bunch I haven't played, but I need to obviously go through the whole.
Done it Sensei with
the
the S.
Didn't play, and rank them appropriately. And I'm sure what's gonna happen is we're gonna disagree.
Played like 10 minutes of it.
People are gonna say, nah, this one's better than this one.
Stop.
You're gonna try to convince me. That's what happens. People try to state their case in the chat and say, oh, this is the one.
I mean that's part of the fun.
Whatever. And that's
Wind Waker's your favorite. That's interesting.
You get one to put one up or down in the rankings. I'm sure that's perfectly fine. I even themed. Look, I themed everything green tonight for Zelda.
Oh, you should, Homer. They're great games. Not enough dungeons in Wind Waker.
So I hope you're all ready to chill.
Got a few.
The Zelda games tonight. Now, any contributions?
The Tower of Gods is probably one of my favorite dungeons of all time, to be honest.
Or gifted membership, it helps DSP Reacts. This channel.
Yeah, they do have it on Switch.
We'll have an extra stream this week where you can support this channel.
I could see a Zelda game getting turned into more Soul styles.
So appreciated, and that would help tonight as well. And yes, the usual tip rewards are in effect at 50, 100, and 150 bucks. Like I do at my streams, you get Gunner glasses.
It's begging time.
An investor of your choice if we happen.
It's not their choice; it's your choice. Shut up.
I'm curious to see how the stream does.
You're a sucker for the Borderlands art style. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Right now we have about 150 people.
Wind Waker in S tier. Okay, Majora's.
I don't know how many people will actually show
Twilight.
up.
Okay.
So now time to talk and answer your questions. Jade, how's it going? Good evening. How was dinner? Asked Willow. It was good. It was just leftover Italian bake from.
Dude, I had some leftover prime rib.
Lucas says thanks for letting me mod tonight. No problem. I always appreciate help modding, especially on this channel.
Mashed potatoes.
Not all the moderators really moderate that much on this channel, so the help is always appreciated. Jade says I don't play Zelda. That's all good. Just relax.
Get you
we're gonna
extra
talk about
beats.
The Zelda games. Sadly, if you haven't played them, you probably won't have much to add, but maybe you'll learn something about Zelda.
Oh, Jade is. Did Jade
Zelda
buy his his membership over here on this channel?
Star Wars Visions. It's been amazing. The Star
Twilight
Wars
Princess was a fantastic game.
Really? Is it like
I'd probably give it a B overall.
Other side stories and stuff. It's
like a B plus.
Kind of reminds me of like the Matrix. And the Matrix trilogy came out, and they had a bunch of like animes and animations that were like side stories of the Matrix too. King Gabriel says hello. I know my rankings for a lot of these. Let's see what you think. Yeah, this will be interesting. Some of these games.
I mean, No Link to the Past is my favorite. Just that's what it is.
Some of these you're not even gonna believe.
Ocarina of Time's up there.
Some of these I've played and you don't even know about. No. I'm serious.
Link's Awakening.
As we go through these.
Fantastic game.
Which ones I haven't. This will be fun. I'm telling you, this is.
Who's the third party Phil was talking to? If it was true, if I could guess. Maybe like June the King seems interested. Maybe it was Fed Knudsen. I don't think it was him.
Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom.
But I can't think of too many other people who'd want to get in bed with Phil.
History of Zelda and
not even Cat does.
Together, right?
Breath of the Wild is overrated. Interesting take. I mean, I get it. It kind of sucks when your weapons break. But
so I might have to get up.
Part of me just worked around it, to be honest. You get some decent weapons, know where they are, go find them for the Blood Moon.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, hello, good evening, Haseo. Good to have you here tonight. Derek,
Minish Cap is also should be up there. Minish Cap is like A tier for me.
Before, but I'm happy to be here. Hey, happy to chill, right? All right, let's do a few shout outs. First of all, Light of the Twin Lamps did a $1 super chat, and that is the first super chat of the night. So let's go ahead and let's get that on the lead.
The vehicle stuff. Yeah, I'm interested in the vehicle building. People are gonna break the fuck out of that for speed runs and shit. It's gonna be dope.
Thank you there.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of crazy tech on it.
And it looks like some tips have come in. Let me do a couple quick tip shout outs if they're appropriate here.
Wow, we got money.
So I got a $2 anonymous
$2.
tip.
Yeah.
It's just a $2 anonymous tip.
Thank you.
So there you go.
Don't want to be made fun of. Here's $2, Phil. Good luck.
Thank you for that, whoever that was.
I mean, you're talking to somebody who's been playing. I've been playing Destiny for like the entire franchise from the alpha, so that's pretty much all I play. I know it sounds a little sad, but it's true. I haven't been playing some Switch games lately.
Slayer.
Some Ninja Turtles, Cowabunga collection, Shredder's Revenge, things like that.
He's going to send an email with his full thoughts, and he did enjoy it.
Tears of Kingdom will be your
The rest of the
first
commentary video
purchase
right there,
Zelda
I
game.
talked over
Okay.
some of the highlights.
Okay.
Wait,
Gets the nod then, huh?
You did talk a lot over some of the highlights of the match. You went into a lot of the process of wrestling, how it's scripted and how it's planned. But I know about that. I want to hear about your thoughts about this particular match. Well, if that's the case, see, I was
He
trying
talked
to go
over the
more
fucking
explain
React
pro
video.
wrestling. But if you just wanted me to commentate, like, hit by hit on the match as if I was there, I definitely could have done that, too. That's fine.
You fucked it up. How'd you fuck up a React video for $50, dude?
But no,
Just make him a new video.
Those commentators, because they were...
Like, give me another match.
Double commentary. If you already have commentators on the match, you can't do commentation over the commentation. You have to, like...
Yeah, you can.
Like it's not there, so that's why I lowered the volume and tried to do my own commentary.
It's not that hard.
But yeah, no, if you wanted me to do, like, hit-by-hit commentary, as if... So, for example, if you wanted me to commentate on that match like I do in my sim matches...
That's probably what he's looking for.
Do that in the future. I did not know that's exactly what you were looking for.
Pay me more money.
You were looking for me to react
I'll do it again.
to wrestling, which I actually never have done before. So that's what I was trying to do. So there you go. Oh, let's see.
Jeez.
Okay, so we got $3 in tips so far, and we got that super chat. Thank you guys.
Oh, thanks,
Eric,
dudes.
Off the back, do you know if you played the most of the Zelda games? I played about 13 of them. We'll see as we go through, but I'm pretty sure that was the number that I hit.
He's missing a lot of the handheld ones.
Jusuvia says, after the way I treated Carl's Jr. last time, I have no idea where tonight will go. Keep in mind, I've only had Carl's Jr. once, and it was an awful experience. Maybe if I went back today and it was new staff and the place was run better, I'd actually like it. I mean, I'm only going off of my personal
It's a
experience.
fast food chain, motherfucker. Like, it's not fucking difficult.
Think about, you know, a franchise or whatever. All right, so guys, we're going to start in a minute here.
This is some weird Spanglish,
By the way, why did the Twin Lamps just
over
say
there for the
thank you so much.
Super Berries.
Hola, Senor Felipe. I am your fan, #1, or I'm your #1 fan. He said it in Spanish, though. Next time you should do
Oh, there you go. Latin translations.
That you play is Skyrim or is Skyrim the better Scrolls game, and is that better than Mass Effect? That would be interesting.
Those are different fucking games, bro.
RPG franchises, Elder Scrolls, Mass Effect, Final Fantasy. Dude, that would actually be a good one. That's a really good idea. Ranking the different.
Wow, thank you.
RPG franchises.
Who the fuck says yo soy?
Earlier today.
By the way, you don't need the fucking yo.
Every year when I rank Game of the Year awards,
all right,
and take the top 2 games I ranked, and
say
then
soy.
Do a countdown,
Okay,
like a ranking, a tier maker of all the different games that I've named as Game of the Year or second place every year, and rank them all against each other. The only problem with that is I have to make my own, because obviously that one would be pre-existing. Like this one here, I didn't make this. This is someone else made this one, and then you just do it. So I'd have to figure out how to make your own, which that I don't know. I don't know how.
Add pictures. My own with get some JPEGs.
If anyone wanted to do that, because
it's not that difficult.
This tier maker stuff is free to do. If anyone wanted to do that, go through the history of my Game of the Year awards.
Holy fuck!
Make a tier maker that has the top 2 games I've named for like the last 10 years.
I can't do it. If you do it for me, I'll do the video.
I would 100% do that. That would be fun.
Jeez, do the work so I can get paid.
Let's see here. I got another tip.
Is it Slayer again?
Slayer.
On my laptop? No. Here, my laptop is solely to talk with you guys and to interact with the contributions. Like
great waste of fucking money there. It does nothing.
Is the queue of all the
you could have got Chromebook for like $200.
So this is me monitoring contributions in chat here.
Wow. Get fucking scammed, cucks.
I wouldn't be able to do it all on the laptop. It's too much. I need like 4 screens. I need like a million browsers to do it. Okay, so that's how it works. That's why I have to work over here off of the desktop computer. Okay. Now, by the way, this is going to be very interactive. If you guys talk about my selections, you want to talk about the games, tag me in the chat. If you do contributions, I am going to pause to shout them out and update the leaderboard. It's just like a normal stream, only it's way more interactive because it's us kind of chatting.
It's the same fucking shit, dude.
We're ready to get started.
No fucking
around
difference.
7:15. It's 7:14 right now.
It's 7:50.
Get started momentarily here.
Jeez.
All right.
I must be
delayed. Excuse me, princess. Sadly, the animated Zelda is not on here. Now that would be epic if they.
Oh, I can fast forward a couple seconds. Hell yeah. Oh, no, we want the live. Are we? Okay. Can we just start? Can we start? Did we do it?
Are we ready to get started?
Yes. I was ready.
All
fucking.
Right. So again, thank you.
An hour ago, bro.
Liking the stream. Remember, 100 likes.
Time to smoke a bowl from one of Phil's chat boys. Did that earlier. Smoked a Fat J.
Great tonight to help out the channel.
God damn it, quit begging!
Give shout outs for those. But in the meantime, I think we should get started.
I mean, I know you like to beg, but still, like, fuck.
Okay, wait a minute. Chef D just did a super chat. He says, hell yeah, Phil, Zelda height. Do you remember the booster busters from Machinima? Names were lost in place and the large Farva guy. I have no idea what you're talking about. No,
they went and busted boosting lobbies in video games.
Channel. I literally never watched it. Not once. I was
yeah, you think Phil watched it? Anything else?
Content or channel.
The fuck no. Who's making his own content, huh?
But thank you very much for the super chat.
Dumb fuck.
It actually looks like...
Nice job throwing away your fucking money. Well, more money.
From Pimple Shit, I'm back again. Hello. Oh, man, you know Pimple Shit? It's been several hours since I got to say your name. Thank you so much for allowing me to say it again. You know, I really just revel in my opportunity to say these names on my streams. Like I said, in real life, whoever says to someone, hey, Pimple Shit, right? No one. So the fact that I get to do this on the internet in front of an audience of hundreds is just absolutely outstanding. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for the tip. Okay,
that's right. Say thank you for the fucking money and move on.
Let's get started. Here we go.
I like this leg slap combo right there.
Okay.
And now we're recording.
I have an idea.
Nope,
when you
damn
upload this on demand, you put a link to the tier maker so viewers can do their own and comment on their rankings.
No.
I guess I could if there is a direct link. I think there would be. You mean like the plain one before I've edited it, right? Like the direct link.
This link. The one you're on right now, Phil.
Because I already opened it up.
By the way, Cammy from Street Fighter gets the S tier of the characters for cake reasons. It's pretty obvious.
Oh, excuse me. All right, are we ready? Excuse me, I'm burping now. Here we go. Hello, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to DSP Reacts, and welcome
YouTube mode is on.
To a special tier maker event.
I'm very excited for that redesign.
It went really well. People really enjoyed the fact that it was a lot of interaction and fun and talking with the stream chatters and having this discourse about game consoles. Well, it's been a few weeks since the last one that I did, and I said with the impending release of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom this coming Friday, that I would do a tier maker ranking all of the Zelda games this week. And so tonight is the night. As you can see, this is a pretty darn good tier maker that I've got here. What they've done is they've taken all of the mainstream and handheld Zelda games, as well as the multiple
Thank God for not putting those garbage fucking ones in.
Let's say there was Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64, but then later on there was an HD remake of it. Well, this would have both versions listed on here, okay? And the cool thing about that is many of us probably played both versions and could rank them against each other. With a couple of these games, I can do that, all right? The one thing that unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do is I didn't play many or any of the handhelds. I think I played one ever handheld Zelda. I didn't finish it.
Ouch.
I wasn't really into handhelds during the 2000s when all those Zelda games were coming out on handheld systems. I was very much focused on competitive Street Fighter at that time, so I missed out on a lot of these. But then I ended up.
It would have been the perfect road game. You kidding me?
Later on, many years
later. Get a DS, play it on the drives and stuff.
The cool thing is, I still know a lot of these games, even though I didn't play them all new. I could still rank them. All right, now. Up front, before we start, a couple things. All right, first of all, this is on a live stream. We've got an audience of hundreds sitting here, and they are talking already. I literally didn't even start talking about it yet, and people are trying to convince me what games that they like and stuff. So I know this is going to be a contentious.
Well, it's because it's supposed to be fun and interactive.
A lot of fun. If contributions come in, I am going to stop to shout them out. If there's
a couple of them already came in, so we're going to stop and shout those out anyways.
It is what it is, and this is going to be fun. Anything I haven't played, I'm definitely not going to rank. I'm saying I haven't played it, I'm going to put it into the bottom category. But at the same time, I'm going to do my honest best to rank all of these games as well as I can. And I know that my opinions
I'm curious to see how often he gets swayed by his chat. Because this is just an opinion, man.
Share your thoughts on what your favorite Zelda games are, and if you think that these rankings are good or bad, let me know. I'd love to hear maybe what like your top 3 Zelda games of all time are in the comments of the video as you watch. So far, these tier maker videos have done very well on DSP Reacts. They're actually
that's why he's doing it tonight.
I have on this channel.
Trying to get the hype for Zelda.
I hope that you would enjoy this video
pretty obvious.
And share it with others as well if you like.
A decent business decision from Phil.
With that being said, Sith Alchemist had done a
He does, but I don't think he played those ones for 3DS.
I don't know who Alex Mahan is, but Fair enough. Thank you.
You didn't play Majora's
Alchemist.
Mask and
You're the latest
Ocarina
super
of
chatter.
Time
Let's get you on the leaderboard, and then
for
let's start taking a
3DS.
look at games. All right.
I believe.
Okay, get him on the board. Okay,
Why is there a
thank
capital L?
you.
Stupid keyboard. Okay.
Blame the tool. Cool.
All right. Without further ado, let's get the cursor over here. Now, sadly, these aren't
Lucifer's
listed in
Soul.
chronological order. I was kind of hoping they would be, so we could go right from start to finish. But I guess what we needed to kind of
Don't you know the chronological order of Zelda games?
is
Can't you
take
just like come
you know,
close to
one
it,
by
figure it
one.
out?
Which ones did I play? Which ones didn't I play?
Dude, this is weird.
And
This
just
is
to forewarn
typing
you,
in like Spanglish.
Likely. No initial rankings I put these into will move. Like, for example, Breath of the Wild, I seriously don't even know where to put this one right now. I think we have to start ranking others first around it, and then maybe having it go up or
He's
down.
the best gamer in the
Oh, you can see I
world.
have S, A, B, C, and D. That's it. No S, no E. This ranking originally had, like, F and stuff. Like, dude, that's way too many levels. I narrowed it down to 5.
You can have an F.
If I didn't
That's
play it
fine.
all.
There are
Okay.
F games out there. Those would have been like Wanna Gamble on, stuff like that.
All right. The first game
Get out
here
here.
is Breath of the Wild. Now, obviously, this is the last Zelda
Okay.
game that most of us have played, correct? Like, probably anyone out there.
I'd
It's
assume
the
that.
latest, newest one that has come out. And we're
Safe
gonna all
start.
be playing the sequel likely this Friday with Tears of the Kingdom. So, Breath of the Wild, here's what I thought. First of all, I definitely thought it did a few things really well. It modernized Zelda, because Zelda has always been this RPG franchise that kind of went by its own little, like, outdated tropes. I hate to say
What?
it, all right?
Player has
So, for
never played a
Zelda
Zelda
never
game.
had fast
Poor son of
travel,
a bitch.
except if you had the bird, and the bird could fly you around, but it wouldn't usually take you wherever you wanted. It was very limited places where the bird could take you.
Yeah,
Zelda didn't
720 is
necessarily
where I would give you the
have
ranking
traversal
start, even though
properties
he's
like other
barely
games.
talking
Like, the fact
about
you'd be stuck in a certain area and you could
the,
get to another one.
the game.
They
Breath of the
added
Wild's
that in Breath
apparently
of the Wild.
first.
Now you can climb. There's parkour, flying, right? And you actually fly around and hover down using a what was it, the glider or parachute? I can't even remember exactly what it was, but that was kind of
think Fortnite.
They also did away with the traditional dungeons of
Yeah, it's not an RPG.
Instead of
It
going with
is
traditional dungeons, they went with big beast
still a Zelda game.
dungeons. Remember, like a big 4 beast dungeons. But then there were like mini dungeons that still had some of the puzzles and gameplay from the classic dungeons of Zelda, but they were more optional. You didn't have to do them all. Some people like.
Is he talking about
For
shrines?
example, combat was way more action oriented in Zelda Breath of the Wild. But then again, some people absolutely hated the fact that all of the weapons can break. They thought that was insanely annoying, right?
the Master Sword recharges.
Yeah,
so
I
don't
think
worry
there's
about
pros
it.
and cons for sure. You know, what upset me was that originally I bought the game on my Switch, and I was going to play it on the Switch, and my Switch bricked itself.
No,
played it
you
not
bricked
even
the Switch.
5 minutes.
You
Remember,
turned
I
on the
got
Switch and left it on
at launch.
in the
I
dock
had Breath of the Wild,
and bricked
I put
it
in,
on your own.
I booted it up. Okay, it works, guys. So tomorrow morning we start Breath of
There
the
were
Wild.
warnings about
Tomorrow
that,
morning, I turn on my
and you
Switch
didn't
brick.
listen to it.
I'm like,
You bricked
gotta
it
be kidding me. So I ended up playing Breath
by
of the Wild
leaving it on the
two.
charge.
It looked pretty good, but admittedly, you know, it seems with Nintendo, they're always a little behind the 8 ball, right? It seems like all these new games always kind
Weapons
of
broke
run a
like
little
Cat
bit
was
worse
using them.
than the competition's AAA games. So I think Breath of the Wild looked nice and performed well, but I definitely think it could have looked a little better and ran a little better. I mean, but that's Nintendo.
Breath of the Wild
It's
is definitely
powered
A tier.
console, right?
It's easy mail
So,
in
man,
A.
there's so much to consider here with Breath of the Wild.
Solid story.
To give it an initial ranking.
Different elements.
I'm trying to think, like,
You know,
all right,
exploration was fun.
I don't think it would
The
be like,
tech to the game
like lower than
is
A.
real cool.
I'm thinking
There's
Breath of
some
the
cool
Wild was
stuff
an
you can do in there.
outstanding game. All right, it was super fun. It had tons of content, open world exploration.
A
The thing I
viewer
really
did
liked about
dono
Breath of the Wild
his
was you
second
look
one, I
out into
believe,
this open world landscape and say, "Oh, I see something out in the distance. I don't even know what
because
it
they
is,
felt
it's
sorry
moving."
for Phil.
And then later on, you end up there, and you could actually interact with it,
Oh,
or
no.
whatever it is. It could be a big boss up on a mountain. It could
Your
be
kitty
a
cat
flying
tail
dragon
spilled
that
my
you
beer.
actually fight. You know what I mean? Like, it's all that kind of stuff. I really liked the traversal, the exploration, the fact that there was
That's what
so
you
much
get for
hidden
swishing your
content,
tail
there was
all
so
over the
much
place,
to
buddy.
do in the game. But it wasn't perfect. It definitely wasn't perfect. So,
No
like,
lie.
I actually have a hard time giving it an S.
I'll be right back.
Certainly.
I'm gonna go
But
grab
at the
a
same
cat.
time, like, I don't think I would give it below an A. So maybe I would just give it an A to start, and then maybe as we continue to rank these games, we'll move it up or down, right? But I kind of feel like Breath of the Wild is an A tier. I think they did a great job. Like I said, what I liked about it was the modernization, because previously Zelda had always felt like an outdated franchise, because of these tropes that it always followed. You know, you have to fully backtrack across the whole map to do this or do that. Like, why do I have to do that? Every other game, you could either fast travel or you could do this. You know, waypoints. No waypoints.
All right,
in
I'm back.
previous Zeldas, finally, there's like a world map with
Just had
waypoints you can follow.
to mop up the
things that
kitty
everyone
tail
else was doing
mess from
for
the
like
beer.
10 years that they didn't do yet, right?
Not a lot of beer spilled, so it's not a big deal, but still, just gotta make sure that it's
there you go.
cleaned up real quick.
I'm gonna start it off as an A. I'm gonna tell you this. There's an outright reason
It's
why
a solid A.
S rank. Those fucking robots that shoot lasers. Those things are a pain in the ass, and they're really
You
annoying.
just can't
There's
fight
no
Guardians, you bitch.
But
There's so many fun ways you can kill Guardians in that game.
Laser robots, goddammit, those annoying pieces of shit. Then
You
maybe
just
I
can't
would
parry?
actually rank it like an S. I can't. Those laser robots are too annoying. We can't do it. All right. So
You just can't parry.
we're gonna start it at A, but perhaps we'll change it after the fact. All right. Now, I now have shout-outs to do. Hold on a second here. So
we got one game in, and we're on
Light of
a
the Twin Lamps
to
to
shout-outs.
chat says
4 minutes.
I'm the major gamer of the world, or the best gamer.
Game was hard, F tier.
Your skill in
Totally
shooting
allowed.
multiplayer increases in Rust. You have no shooters in rotation. Oh, he's basically trying to say that is my shooter skill getting rusty because I'm not playing any shooter games right now. I don't usually play shooter games that often. Usually it's like
He
once
sucks
a
at them
year,
anyways, so
maybe twice.
doesn't matter.
I mean, there was a time in the past that I did play shooters more often. But that was a long time ago when there was
Yeah,
like
there's so much fun
Battlefield
stuff you can do for Guardians
and,
just to kill
It
them.
would be like Bad Company.
Yeah,
and
just
there'd
to
be
fuck the
Halo,
beanbag.
and
It's
there'd be
basic
PUBG.
101 there.
Now there's just
You know, you can pop them up in the air, shoot them. Like,
so
there's a bunch of videos out
that's
there of
why.
some
But I
crazy
don't
shit
know.
where the
I mean,
people
yeah, I'm
launch
not
them in
really
the
shooters
sky
right now,
and shoot them with a
probably
fucking
What
arrow.
can I say? Thank you for the super chat. Slayer
good.
re-upped his membership for 2 months at the ultra level. Thank you, Slayer.
A
He says,
blacksmith
"I
would be
wonder
cool.
how to
Yeah.
relate to the tier maker. I never
That's
played
something
any
you can
Zelda
go
games
to and
since
set
my
up
first
and
exposure."
build weapons with materials.
There you go. We're gonna be
That'd
talking
be
about a
dope.
lot of the classics tonight.
Maybe
And my
Tears
feelings
of the
about
Kingdom has
classic
it.
Zeldas, that's gonna be pretty interesting.
Don't know that.
Seo is here. We have his membership for 2 months. It says 2 months already gone and enjoying your reacts. Thank you, Seo, for 2 months of support.
Thanks,
And,
Saseo.
672 did a super chat. He says, hi, Derek. So there you go. 672 saying hello to Derek.
Hello, Derek.
And thank you for the
Hello.
super chat, 672. Bubba Blood says the Blood Brothers are excited for this stream. Okay. And then Derek says, I remember you came to your Breath of the Wild streams in 2017, having a lot of fun. That was the first time that I became an interactive streamer. That is correct. Before Breath of the Wild, I was streamed, but I kind of ignored everyone on my stream.
So
I didn't talk
happy
with you
we
guys
have
at all. I was like as if you weren't here.
interactive
Instead,
streaming,
I
I
was just
guess.
hyper focused on gameplay, and that was it. Because you know why? Because I started off
Yeah,
as a
I try to avoid
non-interactive,
leaks and spoilers too.
on-demand YouTube
What's up, Bill Bones?
content creator, and then I converted to being being a streamer in 2013.
I don't know.
I never really changed my style.
I'm
I
gonna
kept it
be.
as if I
I'm
was
kind
doing
of curious
myself
because
offline.
it's
A
pretty
lot of people
trashy.
were
Like,
that's weird, and I
is he gonna
agree.
talk about not playing
And
Zelda
now I learned
games?
my lesson, and now I'm
It's
an
just gonna be like,
interactive
yeah, I
streamer.
didn't
Now
play
look
this
at the kind
one,
of streams
didn't
we
play
do
this
now
one.
that are so
You
different,
can tell
right?
he's gonna just set it
Thinking
up
outside
for
the box and
like
changing
late
your
baits.
methodology and a lot of times can broaden your horizons and make your what you do a lot better. And I really love being interactive. So yeah, Breath of the Wild.
He likes the money.
Was the first
Gotcha.
ever gameplay playthrough that I did where I became interactive. You'll watch the first few parts, and I'm like not talking to anyone, and then I became a full-time streamer. And next
I
thing
know
you
when
I'm
they
having
need
all
to
these
be at work.
conversations and everything when I'm trying to play. It was pretty wild, actually. Okay, so the first one, that's Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild will start at A. We'll see if we want to move it around, but it's a really good outing in Zelda for sure, and it modernized it a lot, and that's why I hold it in such high regard. Plus the sheer amount of content, tons of content in that game, right? Okay, now the next game,
Got the
all
mic
right,
bump there.
is called. What is it called? What does that say? The what?
Put your fucking glasses on.
Triforce Heroes. What is Triforce Heroes? I don't even know what that is. Triforce Heroes? I've never heard of it. I've heard
It's
of
the
Force
3DS multiplayer
Adventures.
game.
It's
believe.
a 3DS multiplayer only game. Oh, no wonder I've never
I
heard of it.
I haven't played that
All
one.
right. See, this is a really
just didn't
thorough
happen.
list. So I'm gonna be games on here I never even knew existed.
Just
Obviously, that one.
throw it into unknown.
I've never played it. I can't rank it. And it's kind of sad because maybe it was good, but a
Good, continue.
multiplayer only Zelda experience is kind of weird. I wonder if it was any good. People are saying it was in the style of Four Swords. Actually, interesting.
It was
Remember
probably
Four Swords
fine.
Adventures, you controlled 4 links. Remember that? I only played it for a few minutes. I can't even remember how I played it because I never owned it. But I remember playing with the 4 links. Was there a demo at some point I played? You know what it might have
Probably.
been? I think I played it at GameStop. Or maybe Electronics Boutique, whatever it was. I think they had a demo of it. and I played it there for like a few minutes in a mall once. I think that's how I remember playing it. And I was like, wow, this is weird.
So weird.
Oh, I definitely didn't play it. And Derek says this came out October 2015. No, I never played Triforce Heroes then. Okay.
Dude, Derek with the
Guy
hot
in a
facts.
suit just did a super chat. He says, I'm about to get drunk watching your Zelda list.
Fuck yeah.
Well, enjoy.
I'm about to get drunk,
Make sure
too.
You're doing it in a nice, safe environment and that you're not have to drink.
No, I'm just going to go get a beer now.
Excuse me.
Because this is shit.
Or operate heavy machinery, and that if you have to pass out, you can jump right on a bed, and that you have access to a toilet just in case. For various reasons. Okay. Thank you, guy in a suit. All right. So the next one. So this is going to be interesting, folks. This next one. Okay. A Link Between Worlds. All right. Now, here's why this one is interesting. Because I have played this game. All right. But I have never made a single second of gameplay footage of it. I've never played it for YouTube. And I never beat it. Okay. So here's the story of Link Between Worlds. All right. Many, 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 many years ago. Over a decade ago. When I was first becoming a YouTuber. And it was becoming my job.
Grabbing out the
I wanted to have stuff to do on a plane.
the
if I was
nice
flying to a convention
dry hopped
or an
pale
event.
ale. I picked up
And so
recently.
I had a 3DS,
Hopefully that'll
and
be
I
better.
got Link Between Worlds, not
Probably put
knowing
the
what the
earbuds
hell it
back
was
in.
at all. I had no idea. I just knew that people had told me Link Between Worlds was really good. So I got it, and I remember there was one or two trips where I played it on the plane for several hours. Okay, so Link Between Worlds is essentially the sequel, or maybe I guess you could say the second sequel to A Link to the Past. So Zelda A Link to the Past is the 16-bit Zelda that's on the Super Nintendo or Super Famicom. That's the first one I actually ever played. I absolutely loved it. I fell in love with it. It's one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time. Okay, but I never played.
I figured it was already terrible.
I believe this was the Game Boy version of that game, which was its own story and everything. I never played that one on Game Boy because I didn't have a Game Boy until the end of its life cycle around the late 90s, and I didn't get it. And then Link Between Worlds essentially is a follow-up to that franchise many years later. This came out, what, around 2010 or something like that? 2011, I believe. Does it say on there the year? I can't even see it. What year does it say on there? I can't
Derek,
see the years.
help.
The years are too small.
Help, Derek.
Can someone tell me what year Link Between Worlds came out? It should say on the thumbnail there, but it's like tiny, itsy bitsy. 2013. Okay, so it's 10 years ago. So there you go. So around 2013, I was still traveling.
Can
I was
blow up
still
his own
going
window to
to,
see.
Conventions. Screwtac Gaming Convention. I went to that year.
Yeah, I heard this game's great. Kind of bummed I missed out on this one so far.
And I probably wanted to get the game to have something as a handheld during travel. And I remember at least twice on a plane I played this game. And what I remember is that I really liked it because it plays like Link to the Past. It has modernized graphics. It has some remixed tracks from Link to the Past. And it has some interesting new gameplay mechanics. Okay? However,
Great.
I will say this. I will say probably on each flight, I probably played like 6-7 hours. Okay? I never beat it, but I definitely played like the first portion of the game.
So
What
do you
I would
list
say is
it?
this. I liked it, but I didn't feel like it was as good as Link to the Past. There was this weird puzzle mechanic where you become a drawing.
The puzzle
you
hurt.
actually like walk on walls. Okay? And at first it's kind of cool.
Part of the
but then
gimmick.
the puzzles for this start to get complicated. And I actually didn't like it. For some reason, that mechanic
Zelda puzzles
angered me,
are
pissing me off.
complicated,
I don't know if it was just
apparently.
difficult or if I found it annoying. Becoming a doodle, basically, and moving on a wall. I just didn't like that.
Why would you ever see this?
I just
Like
didn't
Zelda
taste 10
puzzles
years
are pretty
later, I just remember that it really annoyed me
easy.
for some reason. Okay, so I liked the game. I thought it looked good and played well, but I really don't feel like it was as good as Link to the Past. Now, in addition, I mean, it's hard for me to rank it so highly, but I didn't really get too far in it. So
What do you
obviously
think?
my ranking is kind of...
I think he's going to bump it to C.
Maybe if I played through the game in its entirety, I'd be able to rank it more properly. But just from my knowledge of it and from playing of it, I enjoyed it, but I felt like it was kind of inferior. I'm going to give it a B.
Oh,
all right. And you can
he's going to
disagree,
B. Even though he didn't play it
but
all the
I'm gonna
way.
give it a B rank.
Few
okay?
hours. Should really rate it just
And now
incomplete.
people are like ranking incomplete. No, I'm going to rank it.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going
should
to rank
rank
it,
it
but I'm going to rank
incomplete.
it a B. And we could change that later if you guys are upset with me. You think that that's too high or too low. I'm sure if you... Ham Lover says I strongly disagree. Look at this. We just started. Strongly disagree. Now, Light of the Twin Lamps did another super chat. He's asking me if will I ever visit Latin America in my life? Probably not. He's saying it in Spanish.
This is some weird Spanglish shit.
Latin America in my life.
I mean,
I don't know if I'll be able to visit anywhere.
Like, we're not conjugating verbs and shit.
But
it's pretty sloppy. He's just trying to do it to troll Phil, which is real dumb. To be honest.
There we go. Okay. Continuing on here. Alright, so here's the deal. The next one is that's the original, correct? This is the original Skyward Sword, right? Because the HD version of Skyward Sword should be listed separately. I just want to be sure it is.
Can't see it.
I want to be sure I'm ranking it properly.
Can't see it. I can't read the words. Please help me find it.
Where the hell is it?
In these this selection.
Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time HD. Wind Waker. Why do I not see Skyward Sword HD?
How about you just put up Skyward Sword and move the fuck on? Because it's pretty much the same fucking game.
Is it not there? It doesn't have it? That sucks. That really sucks because it has others. Like, for example, it definitely has the original Ocarina of Time, and then it has Ocarina of Time HD, and then it has Twilight Princess, and then it has Twilight Princess HD. But it doesn't have...
They left it out.
The two Skyward Swords.
Move on.
Because, alright, so here's the thing, alright? Skyward Sword is a fine game, but the two versions are very different. I can tell you this from personal experience here, alright? The original Skyward Sword is an interesting story. It's almost like a prequel. It's almost like the origins of Ganondorf and stuff like that, right? And
I don't think it's a D tier because of just the sword,
I like the flying aspect,
you know,
of it on the
motion control stuff. I think it's a solid B.
For sure.
And that's about it.
There's a lot of things to like about Skyward Sword. There are. However, alright, the original Skyward Sword on the Wii controls poorly. Why? Because the Wii, in all of its wisdom, forced you to use shitty motion controls.
They weren't that bad.
Are very imprecise.
No, they weren't. They're fine.
You know you're destined for problems.
He quit the HD one.
Miyamoto himself, the
granddaddy
fine. Of
Phil? Phil?
All right.
Yeah, that was a mini F.
It says disconnected and reconnected. Are we all right? It said we were disconnected.
Phil's internet.
And reconnected.
Great business line.
Are we all right here? That was weird. It said disconnected, reconnected. I don't know why it disconnected. It didn't give me any explanation.
Because your internet sucks?
That was odd. It wasn't even my internet. It just said disconnect, reconnect.
Oh, I hope it doesn't take fucking 2 streams.
So, I think I'm all right.
You can hopefully speed it up. What's up, Baseman? How are you doing? Good seeing you. It's been a while.
Let me refresh just to make sure nothing's going wrong.
I think I could rinse and repeat that one
Hold up.
to like everybody in chat. But always good to see familiar people show up.
Oh, everything looks fine.
There's some new faces in here too.
All right, let's continue. I don't know what happened there. Wow, we have over 300 viewers. Thank you. Over 300 viewers. I was not expecting this many viewers tonight, honestly. If you guys are enjoying the ranking, please like the stream. We hit 100 likes. We'll do a celebratory bubble blow for engagement.
Wow.
Appreciate that. And of course, if you're here, if you could support the stream,
blow them.
Whether it be a super chat, a membership, a gifted membership, a tip, that would be great.
It's been 10 minutes.
DSP Reacts.
20 minutes since the last beg.
So continuing on, Skyward Sword's motion controls were absolutely atrocious on.
You work at 2 jobs?
All,
damn, son. I know how that hustle goes.
Where you had to waggle the
keep it up.
Either up
enjoy your
and down,
staycation. Thank you for joining us on your staycation.
To hit different directions, and there was actually
hopefully you're having a good time, Mason man.
Stuff that had openings either horizontally or vertically, and sometimes angled, and the Wiimote was imprecise.
It was fine.
Always hit how you were waggling it. To roll the bombs,
it was just fine.
Thing where you couldn't just use bombs normally like you could in previous Zelda games.
You had to roll them. Wasn't that difficult? I played Wii bowling
puzzles where you had to like control and roll the bomb like a bowling ball to try to get it in holes and get it to go somewhere. And that mechanic literally never
3
worked.
of 38. Well, he's played like 13 games. So it's going to be a lot shorter than you think, hopefully.
And so you'd have to stand there wasting bombs and trying to get it to work.
I think the worst was like flying on the bird. It was the fucking worst part of that game. It was rough.
I did think there were things that were fun. Like, for example, you know that jumping slash you do? When you could get that to work with the wheel, it was like really cool to go like, like this and see him slashed on his knock an enemy flying on his ass or whatever. That was neat. And a lot of people complain about the flying in it. I never had a problem. I thought the Wiimote flying was fun. Although, admittedly, there were things like where you chase guys in the air and stuff with it, and that was a little annoying. But I did enjoy the flying aspect of it. But it's funny because then years later they came out with Skyward Sword HD, and oh my god!
I hope he doesn't talk a lot about the ones he doesn't play.
It felt like a much improved game because you didn't have to use those shitty motion controls. That whole motion control generation gimmick was so bad, and it was pathetic that every game company.
Oh, you out of here? Thank you for swinging by.
When the Wii was
have a good night.
It's so dumb. But anyway,
sleep well.
If this
get some rest.
There's only one version of Skyward Sword on here. I just want to confirm. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not missing it. All right.
Fuck. This dude actually got up to walk over to the PC and look at it. Make sure there's not a Skyward Sword HD. But that's the one he rage quit.
Well, here's the deal. If we're only going on the original, all right? If we're only going on the original, then it's not going to be as high. Like, I think that Skyward Sword HD is much better. And I'd probably even rank Skyward Sword HD like an A or a B. But if we're going off of the Wii version,
this is a B game.
I'm gonna give this sucker a C. Like, I really feel because those Wii controls suck so hard that it's like a C. It's a frustrating game. It's legit a frustrating game.
Just because he spazzes out with motion controls and suffers does not make the game terrible.
Yes, Derek. He says that the remake was 2021 while the original was 2011. So I guess the remake's not on.
And he quit.
Yeah.
The remake.
So I'm getting Skyward Sword C. You guys might completely disagree, and that's okay if you do.
Doesn't mind.
But that's what I'm going for now. And maybe we'll rebalance. But I can't give it higher than a C when the controls are so bad. You know,
it's not the controls. You're bad.
Continuing on. The next one is Spirit Tracks. Now, as I've told you guys, in the 2000s,
that's an unknown for me. Didn't play it.
With a significant amount of handheld Zeldas or GameCube.
I don't even think I want to play it, to be honest.
Zeldas, right? I didn't play any of these, so I've heard good things about Spirit Tracks, and there was multiple times I almost bought it, but I never did. Okay, so because I never played Spirit Tracks, obviously that would be pretty bad of me to try to rank it. All right, so I'm just gonna say.
Don't worry, it's just DMT chat.
Never played. Can't rank something that I've never really played.
It's not. It's fucking weird.
What is going on? Is there something I'm not seeing in the chat? Hold on a second here, guys. You gotta tell me what's going on. There's a troll.
Why are you fucking derailed? Why are we derailed over somebody's fucking picture in their chat?
Take care of it because I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, is it this guy? Okay. I got him.
Thanks, Derek. Not a troll.
Yeah, Spirit Tracks came out in 2009. It was a handheld DS game, says Derek. Yeah, so that one I definitely never played.
That's fine.
Okay, what do we got next? Phantom Hourglass. That's another one, right? It's another...
Put that one on the unknown.
Phantom Hourglass. Hold on a second.
I didn't play that one either.
Wasn't that in the same universe?
Watching you as a kid and he's 23 now?
That was another handheld.
And you're giving him money? The fuck is wrong with you, JP?
Did not play, right?
Thanks for being a part of my childhood.
Right.
People actually are like, oh, Phil, you were part of my childhood. I was like 7 watching you laughing at you.
So I think there's another one.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking sad.
Hourglass, right? It's in line with Spirit Tracks. I think even it was the same franchise.
I mean, I don't watch them for fucking 15 years, but I'm never going to celebrate it.
Phantom Hourglass was a direct sequel to the 2002 GameCube title The Wind Waker. Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I
yes,
never
it was.
Okay.
Then it was Spirit Tracks after that. Thank you.
Sucks. I wish, again, there's going to be a lot of these I didn't play. I can only rank the ones that I've played. JP has done a super chat. He said, I've been watching you since I was a kid. I'm now 23 years old. First vid was Epic Mickey's Review. Thanks for being a part of my childhood. Wow. Yeah, I remember Epic Shitty. Oh, I remember it. I mean, I don't remember it fondly, but I definitely remember it.
Nice,
that was a bad one.
angry
That
video
one was
game
like
nerd.
torture getting through. It was so bad on the Wii, man. And the controls, the graphics, everything was bad.
Great.
Thank you for
Carry
watching
on.
for over 10 years. I really
we're
appreciate
on-
that.
we're on
Thank you for
Zelda
the
mode.
chat tonight,
All right.
and the kind words as well. Okay, now here's the thing. Does this
Dude,
have
there's a
old
big dip.
versions of Twilight Princess? Let me look.
There's a
I
big
played
dip
Twilight
on there
Princess
for
HD
Social Blade.
on
That-
the Switch.
That thing looks like
It
some of
was
my
on
stock
the Wii U. I
fucking
think it was the Wii
portfolio.
U. Yes, it was the Wii U, because guess what?
Ah!
That's
Look
where I
at what
got
happened.
the one and only ever amiibo. It came packaged in with the Midna and Wolf Link amiibo. Alright? And really good game in my opinion. But if I'm gonna rank it, I have to rank the HD version on the Wii U. I never played the original, and it wouldn't be fair for me to rank the original as if I'm ranking, the HD version.
He gives semantics
So,
here, dude. Just
let's
rank the
see
fucking
here.
Zelda games. Get over it. Fuck, it's not. It's so fucking
That's the
hard.
original Twilight Princess.
Fuck, just put it on the fucking
Here it is.
list, bro.
So this is the original.
Just
And
put it
this
on the
is
list.
HD, correct? So the original, I'm going to say I never played. But what we should
Wow.
do is we should actually rank Twilight Princess HD, I think. Okay?
I give Twilight Princess an A.
So I'm trying to remember. Twilight Princess. This is the
It's
one
solid A.
that has... Is it like the weird darkness and light mechanic? And when you're in the darkness, you're like a creature. And when you're in the light,
No.
then you're actually like human Link. Is that correct? And that's why you've got...
Goddamn no.
Wolf Link is when you're transformed by the dark power.
Wladdy, what's going on, dude?
Wolf Link and you're
Good to
solving
see you.
puzzles, you're doing platforming and traversing. But then when you get to the light, that's when you can be normal Link and you can do your combat and you can do other things as normal Link, correct? I'm trying to remember. I remember certain things about it. I remember liking it. I think the graphics were good. Of course, I played the Wii U version. I don't know what the original version... It was GameCube, right? So I don't know what the original version...
And it's a pretty good Ganondorf fight.
But I definitely thought the plot was unique and interesting. Because Midna being, this character that's kind of enigmatic and
I'm
you
big fan of
don't realize
Midna.
who she is until the end of the game. And having another character...
It's nice to see a different princess.
Just Zelda was kind of neat. You know what I mean? Like,
Again,
it's just use
all
it
of these
again.
games are about
Anyone else
Zelda.
Kind of get wedged between.
It's called The
But
Legend
you actually
of
had
Zelda.
An interesting, different character.
Link is a
right?
protagonist in it, yes, but I mean, you
I
could
like
put
the
out
control
an
of
entirely
on the
just
Wii U,
Zelda game and probably
being
get
able to play
a
with
lot
modern
of
controls, the
traction.
modern
People are
controls good.
really
I
into
remember that.
female empowerment, which
But
I'd be excited if Tears of
But
the Kingdom have it.
Derek just confirmed I played it with the Pro Controller. I'm trying to remember, like when I'm thinking about my favorite
It was fine.
Zelda games, what I try to do is I try to think of like what's the standout moments, right? And I'll be honest with you, I remember changing into Wolf
Come
Link
on,
and
the
back.
ball and
And
chain,
I remember-
smashing,
I remember the final boss.
smash it up in the snow
Wasn't it
fucking
like,
mansion.
In like a giant room. It was like a palace room. You fight Ganon and he transforms into monster form, but then he transforms back to human form. He has multiple forms, final boss fight. Like I think I remember that.
Ganondorf
If
is
I
different
remember
than
correctly,
Ganon.
that's the game. I think I remember that.
Sorta,
But
kinda.
outside of that, I can't remember that much about it. And I'm wondering why, because I definitely remember Skyward Sword. I remember Ocarina of Time. I remember Majora's Mask. I remember the classic Zeldas. I remember Wind Waker, like it stands out.
Twilight
huge.
Princess
Some odd
deserves
games, but I think
a
Twilight
revisit
Princess
for
is
sure.
standing out as well. I remember when I played it, I thought I told you guys
It's
I really
it's a
liked
ton
it.
of fun
How
and
could
it's
I
really
not
well
remember?
done.
Right?
But
2016, I mean, yeah, that was a
yeah, it deserves a
tumultuous
replay
time for
at
me,
this
to say
point.
the least. It was one of my worst years ever. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe just because
Oh, he just blurted out with gin
there was
abuse.
so much going on in
Cool.
my personal life that I can't really remember all this.
That's my favorite part.
details,
Anime gun.
right?
Smacking.
Maybe it's
Look at
because
Ganondorf
it's
with the
pretty much
fishing
just
pole.
Ocarina of Time 2.0, but with
Passing into his face, he's like, "What's going on?"
I will
Huh?
say that. Like a lot of people
Like a
say
DSP chatter.
that Twilight Princess is really good, but then others are like, nah, it's definitely Ocarina's better, right? Like there's this contention between Zelda
Yes.
fans, I feel.
No.
Voss,
Ocarina's
you
way
played
better.
Twilight Princess HD, you ranked it as your number 2 Zelda game behind Link to the Past. Terrible memory, laughing out loud. Yeah, but keep in mind, I hadn't played Breath of the Wild.
That's Jin.
I hadn't played Skyward Sword HD, right? Like, what Zelda games have I played since then? Back then, I mean, really, I had played Link to the Past, Skyward Sword, And I think that was the third one. At that point, I don't even think I had played Ocarina yet, had I? I don't think I had played Ocarina yet. And I definitely think Ocarina...
What do I think about his medical issue?
So,
I think that a medical issue is very real.
I think that's
what possibility. Phil does not take decent care of himself.
That's something I said 7 years ago.
I think it's a grift. And I think he is trying to get a little victimhood behind it.
It is the darkest of the Zelda.
Despite the fact that I do honestly think it's the IRS knocking.
And everything. Right.
He did play Zelda 2, just with a lot of save states.
Yes, Beaver Bother. Good evening. And by the way, I'm going to shout out Matthew.
Link's Awakening should be S tier.
Another tier.
It is probably the best of the handhelds.
Of course, I'm excited for Tears of the Kingdom. And yeah, we could definitely do like Resident Evil rankings one day for sure. What I would need to do is play them all again.
Zelda 2 was different, and I think it gets a bad rap for being a little different, trying a different system.
Before I would do that ranking. But yeah, no, I think that would be a good role.
I don't know if Hyrule Warriors is on there. It's not really the traditional Zelda game.
The originals versus the HD
I would say it loosely counts.
Right? That would be kind of. That would really be.
I had a big thing for games like that.
We could do that in like October for Halloween or something, right? So anyway,
Dynasty Warriors was always on at the friend's house, and we used to just smash a whole bunch of people playing some co-op. Good times.
I'm gonna
I think that's what I like about those games.
Based off of my
mindless fun.
All right. Of where the hell is it now? I lost it. Oh, Twilight Princess HD. All right. Man, I mean, it's either going to be an A or a B. It's literally either going to be an A or a B. And it's hard for me to say.
Yeah, you have to understand Zelda 2's system to actually enjoy Zelda 2.
Seriously, I think we do. So I think I might start it in B. But as we start ranking these...
If you don't understand Zelda 2's system, you don't enjoy it.
But like right now, I can directly tell you between...
It has that degree of difficulty that is enjoyable.
The Wild I like better.
You can get through it. You just got to be a little creative.
So I think I'm gonna put it in B for now.
You can fairy float over a lot of things. You can go through keyholes, all sorts of funky stuff in that game.
So I guess we'll continue on. Wow, guys, we're 34 minutes in already. Holy shit, we're 34 minutes into this.
Yes, because you've been fucking stalling hard.
And thank you to anyone who has so far. We're at 69 likes with over 270 viewers. If we hit 100 likes tonight, that would be outstanding. And yes, I would do a nice bubble blow for you guys if we do that.
These are weird interaction bags in between.
Like
yeah, if it wasn't a Zelda game, it'd be better, I think. Like, if you didn't slap a Zelda skin on it and you made it a different game, it would have been just fine on its own.
And the tier maker efforts, I would really appreciate that. Okay, let's continue on then. Okay? All right, Minish it's Minish Cap, correct? Once again,
Minish.
This was another one of the handhelds.
The fuck is wrong with him? Fantastic game.
Right? So I've never
I put it A tier. I put it A tier. Love the story. Love the minimize, maximize kind of stuff. Enemies, bosses are all fun. The cape jumps were dope.
No. I never played it. I have no idea how you pronounce it. Is it Minish? It's Minish, not Minish. Minish as in diminished. Okay, so Minish Cap. Got it.
Minish Cap.
I did not know that.
Let's go with Minish Cap. Okay. I'm a dummy idiot, though. Who are you going to
Four Swords Adventures. As I've stated, I never played it. I think I played the demo at like a GameStop. It certainly would not be fair for me to be ranking.
Yeah. I don't know how it goes. Minish Cap. What?
Now, Wind Waker. All right.
Wind Waker. I'm torn. I want to give it an S, but I really feel like it's an A.
Original Wind Waker is here, and Wind Waker HD is here.
Because there were times where I was frustrated.
I didn't play that one.
By
okay.
I was frustrated by the amount of sailing you'd have to do. That dude limbed that fucking super chat.
And so we will.
It was just him giving a random dude a shout out.
So first of all, Wind Waker HD.
And he limbed it already.
That was on the Wii U. If you remember, they were trying to take all the older Zelda games.
That's right. Capcom did make it
for a modern audience on the Wii U, which was hilarious because no one bought the Wii U. So it was a pretty.
Okay, that's fair. I haven't played the HD version.
I was a YouTuber at the time. I enjoyed playing.
Maybe I'll have to give it a shot. War Dog Leader, cheers! I heard we got talked about you a little bit this morning on King Jad's.
Number one, the graphical.
Oh, you like the Lion's Mane so far? Yeah, it's good. This is the longest my hair's ever been. Actually, I mean, it's that sweet shoulder length. I washed it yesterday, so it's all blown out. Oh.
And you could see
looking good.
A storm or an island with a
I put it in a ponytail or a bun.
I liked how the different islands had
I
different
don't
puzzles
really
and
have the
things you had
upper
to
man
solve on
bun
them.
business,
I
but
liked
sometimes I use it where it goes up here. You know, I put a bun
liked
up here.
the
You know,
level
especially when I'm
structure,
playing
level
with fire
design.
at work.
I thought the plot was good. How Zelda basically wasn't just
No, Orange
a
Cat.
damsel in distress, but actually was a pirate that was part of the plot. I thought that was really nice.
But I try to take good care of my hair.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about Wind Waker. I really enjoyed Wind Waker.
Looking like the younger
In fact,
brother
you know,
of the Macho
comparing
Man.
the games directly, I fondly remember Wind Waker. I really do. Like, I think that I would love to play it again at some point.
Oh, they have a Swift sale?
There's no real access to
And the
it. You can
Triforce
play on the
hunting.
Switch.
Oh my
Everyone
fucking
uses
god.
it.
I think
don't
I spent
know
like
if I
5
have
solid
phones
days on
around even
Triforce
work at this
hunting.
point, nor do I have any desire to really plug it in again.
That shit
So I
hurt.
hope that eventually they will re-release Wind Waker for like the Switch or another easy way to play
You can eventually get it. But it was a grind to find all the
I
Triforce
hope
pieces
one
to
day.
put that
But
back together.
I loved it. So
Ugh.
I'll tell you where I got right now. You know, I would say, again,
Are you helping?
I'll probably
I
put
don't know
it
about
A or
that.
B. And honestly, I'm kind of leaning
Yeah,
towards Zelda.
Triforce hunting was
I'm
rough.
feeling more like I think I liked it more than Link Between Worlds, and honestly, I think I liked it better than Twilight Princess HD. And now people are going to be mad at me, and they're going to be very upset with me, and they're going to want to beat me up.
I don't know if
Just saying.
Chad appreciates you
Overkill
just
just
bumping
did a
them
super chat, says,
the
Wind
pop
Waker,
filter like
best
that, buddy.
3D Zelda game. There you go, the best 3D Zelda game. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not going to go that.
You're just going for it?
Crazy.
You're just
But
pushing the pop filter around?
I think it's a really good game. I really enjoy Wind Waker.
Can I move it
so
back?
I'm putting it an A. And if you guys disagree,
Is that okay now?
That's fine.
It's in the-
Let's talk
it's in the
about
right
it.
spot?
Like I said, maybe we'll re-rank these.
You've been doing great at work?
later.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Last time
I'm sticking with that.
Last time you and I talked, you're in a rough spot. I'm glad it's cleared up. My rough spot has not cleared up yet, but we'll see.
Okay, continuing
The
on.
boss
We've
man
got
seems like he's
Four Swords. Now, I didn't play Four
he's
Swords
pretty,
Adventures,
into
nor
it
did
right
I
now.
play regular Four Swords either. So that's another one.
Four Swords is pretty dope.
I don't. Was Four Swords?
I enjoyed it.
Was Four Swords on the GameCube, and
Yeah, it
Four
was.
Swords Adventures on a handheld?
Yes.
Is that what it was? Because I played a Four Swords game.
We should. I should come talk to you, War Dog Leader. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I've just been so caught up in my own fucking whirlwind of shit.
Four Swords was multiplayer on the GameCube. Four Swords Adventures was on the. Four Swords was an add-on.
To cut it in
Game Boy
half?
Advance
Fuck
port
yes.
of the past.
A re-release on Switch would be dope.
I definitely didn't play it. Okay.
It's annoying to you that he's not going in release
Game Boy Advance game. You know what's
order?
funny? I think I had Link to the Past on Game Boy Advance.
That's fair.
I don't remember.
Personally, I go in release order.
Maybe that's where I played Four Swords.
Maybe
I
one
had
day
it
we
and I
get
played
a
it,
Twilight
once
Princess
ever, and I never
sequel.
bothered playing it again. Maybe that's what that might be it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, War Dog Leader. That's
Yeah.
what I've been doing too, my
If
guy.
that's the case, I'm pretty sure I own Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance at some point. All right. Well,
You put DSP in your
yeah,
wrestling show?
I don't think I played it.
It's
or
to
I
win
remember
10
so.
matches to
Both
to win a
same
title
year,
shot. What is it,
Oracle of
Curry
Ages,
Hawkins?
Oracle of Seasons,
You just
but
can't
again,
win?
I believe that these are handhelds, right? Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Am I right? I never played those either.
Huh,
I know you guys are gonna be like, "Oh
it's
my
not
God,
that
you played, like, no
it
games."
hurt me or
I
not.
did play a lot of
It's just
We haven't
the
gotten to
the
like
random
one,
stalling
so
on
we
this
got the spin-off one.
is a bit rough, to
Yeah,
be
these
honest.
being called Game Boy Color games. See that? So again, these are the older ones. Same thing like Majora's Mask. I didn't play the N64 version. I played Majora's Mask HD. Or excuse me, I played Majora's Mask
Goober.
3D. That's correct. I played Majora's Mask 3D
I'm just gonna push
on the 3DS, and I captured it from my 3DS.
I think chat's enjoying
and did a playthrough
your
that
help
way.
with the streaming,
In fact,
with the
that's what
audio
I should
department.
do. Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D. So we should take original. Oh, you know what? No. I played original Ocarina of Time. What am I doing? Stupid Phil. Slap my head. Stupid Phil. I played the original. I gotta rank that one.
If I wasn't getting buzz, I would be struggling too. So good luck to Pop out there.
Ocarina of Time. Do you want to rank it?
It hurts. That's S tier. It's easy money, S tier. Come on. It's easy. It's S.
Really?
It's
Mega Man
3D.
says,
It's
Majora's
badass.
Mask is a case where the original one is objectively
It's fucking ton of
superior in
fun.
every way because the 3D version fucked it up.
It's so
See, I don't
good.
know that because I never played the original one.
And
Jay says,
you got to get the big Goron knife.
Game he ever wanted
Yeah.
to play. That's interesting.
That's S tier. S tier.
Interesting. Okay. All
I
right.
might be
so here's
biased,
the
but
deal.
S tier.
Ocarina of Time.
Let's go.
All
Long
right?
shot.
You guys,
All day, every
I'm
day.
gonna tell you a
Best
story.
weapon in that game.
All right, I need you guys to sit
Best
back
piece of
and
equipment.
relax
Long
and
shot.
listen to my story for
Does
a minute.
everything.
Because I want to be
Are we stalling?
honest with all of you. All right, I do.
We're installing.
Because I'm going to rank this a certain way.
Just like
and
a
I want you to
communist
understand
leader.
why I'm ranking it that
We're,
way.
we're install mode.
But I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Well, so I have to tell you a story, okay?
I
So,
don't
let me
need a
tell you the
fucking story time.
So
It's gonna
back
put
in
me
the
to
day,
sleep.
My cousin and or other family members, my other cousins. So I had a cousin on one side of the family, and I had 3 other cousins on the other side of the family. They always had more than I had.
Okay.
Okay, just being honest. They had all the game systems before I did. They had games, toys before I did.
He's jealous of his own fucking
to
family.
their houses.
I don't know if I've heard this before.
Like a holiday, and I would see them.
Is this with
playing.
his like
The
uncle
first time I
who
ever
had
saw-
money? Who gave him money?
This is the first time I ever saw Super Mario Brothers 3. The first time I ever saw any RPGs at all.
Okay.
Was watching my cousins play.
I mean, I remember my
So,
older
in
cousins
the
playing
case
Doom on
of
PC. I remember
Zelda,
my
I
playing,
never saw
playing
the
Mega
original
Race.
Zelda.
I remember
I once saw my
playing
cousin
having
play
cousins play
Zelda
Super
1 and
Mario
Zelda
World.
2.
What does it have to
And
do
so
with
I
this
knew
shit?
what they were, but I never owned the original Zeldas on NES. I played them many years later.
You never
handheld
fuck.
version. Well, actually, original
What?
Zelda, I played the handheld version on Game Boy.
What did you
Advance.
fucking
And
own?
just recently, last year, I played Zelda 2: The Adventure of
Mom and
Link
Dad just gave you
on
the fucking
Switch.
He-Man set in the attic and said, "Fuck it."
The first
Like
Zelda
no video games for
that
you, Phil?
I ever actually owned and played was The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo. Okay, which also was on Super Famicom. To
There's a
me,
guy in there that
is
says
the
Jade hates
originator,
black
that is
people.
the quintessential big epitome of the mountain of Zelda. Of
What the
Zelda
fuck?
It's got amazing music and graphics for the time. All right. It's got so much going for it. Let's put it this way. Okay? What is going on now? Guys,
Oh,
he's
he's fucking derailed.
People are derailing the chat. I don't know what they're talking about. Hold on. Let me see what they're talking about.
Fucking
I'm trying to
railed.
tell a story. I'm being distracted.
Yeah, that's not okay, Jade. Like,
Yeah, I
black
don't even
people are
know.
cool.
I'm
They
looking
got
around
sweet
and see what we're
barbecues.
talking about.
I got plenty of black friends. Heck, I even call a couple of them the Shadows. They're some of my best friends in the world. I can't wait to see them. And one of them's having a fucking baby, and I'm fucking stoked. Can't wait.
Yeah, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
So
Anyway,
excited.
so
Love those guys. I hope I see them soon.
First Zelda
Maybe
game I
next
ever
week.
played
That'd be dope.
Myself. I saw my cousin play the other Zeldas, but Link to the Past is the first one I basically ever touched. Okay? And I thought it was so good. Because at the time, like I said, amazing. There were cartoony graphics, but there was like tons of frames of animation. The top
is he
down
going
was
off of?
really awesome. The world was open world. You could see all these things you could do later on and go back to them and do them later when you had better abilities and things. It was intriguing.
Is he
Can I
just
do this
going
puzzle
for it?
now? Can I do it later? The music, oh my god, the soundtrack of Link to the Past. Super outstanding, right? So to me, Link to the Past is like
That's the second time
the first
Lights of
original
Soul talked
experience
about
I
the
ever
allegory
had
of
with
death
Zelda.
for
It
Majora's
blew me
Mask.
away.
Great
And ever since I
fun.
beat Link to
Good
the
job
Past,
wasting $5.
during that Super Nintendo era,
Let's continue.
I was really hoping there was going to be a sequel. For example, to give you some perspective, there was Super Mario World, but then there was Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Okay?
He's still talking?
There was Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Now, of course, it was 4 and 6, but we called them 2 and 3 in the United States. So that had a sequel. Street
Okay, so
Fighter
we
Street
jumped
Fighter 2,
to Final
and then has a
Fantasy.
sequel, Hyper Fighting, right? So basically, a lot of games during the Super Nintendo era actually got sequels, and I was so hoping that during the course of the SNES's run, there would be a direct sequel to Link to the Past, a second Zelda game that I could play and enjoy. And I waited and waited and waited, and sadly, I hate to say it, there was no sequel on the SNES, and I was very disappointed at that. I always wanted another Zelda game. So then, we had...
You got top
by the way, I
down
finally found
Zelda
the
later.
you guys were talking about. Okay. Then we had the Nintendo 64 era.
Where is he going
Okay.
with this, man?
And PlayStation came out first.
Um,
N64 came out second. And when N64 came out, a lot of people, including me, were expecting that Nintendo was going to blow away everyone else, because I really felt Nintendo was the best game console of the 16-bit era. They had the best graphics, the best sound, everything was the best.
It's like a
So I'm
4-minute
oh,
rant
They know
now.
what they're doing, right? They're going to put out a console-based system, or a cartridge-based system, to compete with the CD-based system of PlayStation. All right? And I fully expect it, that they were going to dominate. And then when the N64 came out and you started seeing the capabilities of what the console could do, it was underwhelming. The N64 could not perform as well as the PlayStation 1. The PlayStation 1 outright had better graphics and had CD quality sound. The only downfall was that it had to load. Outside of that, it was kind of better.
Will we have the helicopter story? We might.
Still had great first-party titles.
I got fired from the helicopter company, and then I played this Zelda game. Yeah, that's a possibility.
I just played Link to the Past on Super Nintendo. I absolutely loved the freaking game. I was dying for a sequel. All right? What first thing Nintendo does, they come out with N64, and they change the whole game. They now make it full 3D, no more top-down graphics, no more nice cartoony pixels. Even the music, I mean, yes,
does it have to be cartoony?
Is good, but
it's amazing.
Even necessarily remix a lot of the tracks from Link to the Past.
Some of the best Zelda music out there.
And now today they've reused those Ocarina of Time songs so many times. Now they're just
I wonder why.
With Zelda, and we love that classic Zelda music. I do too.
I wonder why.
Back in the day, it was just like a shock. It was like I went into expecting this is going to be the sequel to Link to the Past. And I started playing, and I'm like, this plays
they never said it was.
Like Link to the Past. Now you've got 3D aiming with a thumbstick that no one had ever used before.
It was so smooth.
Riding a horse around, and I was playing it. I didn't own it.
The Song of Snorts. Wow, you have to go in the graveyard and pull it from his dead fucking YouTube channel, huh?
I didn't know if I was gonna like it. Okay. After having rented the game,
we gonna rank it? Directly on the spirit.
I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
By spirit, do you mean Jin?
I don't like this. I wish that this was like original Zelda Link to the Past. I really do. I wish that this game it didn't change so much, because they literally changed the entire thing. Did it have the bombs and the bow and arrow? Yes, it did. Did it have a master sword? Did it have a shield? Yes,
the new wave Beganova.
The whole combat mechanic was changed. The whole exploration was changed. Too much was changed, and it bothered me. And I did not like Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64.
Oh, he's a mad lad.
I was very upset.
He's going the edgelord route
for a really great Zelda.
Is he gonna poop on it?
Get it, right? I didn't get it. I was very disappointed.
Oh, he's putting poop on it.
That game was. Now,
he's gonna poop on it. Here we go.
Many years later, as a YouTuber, I played Ocarina of Time 3D on 3DS.
You're gonna hit the power button with your head. I know you.
I love
an orange cat.
And after having played it, I absolutely positively understand why so many people hold it in high regard. This is the game that basically laid the groundwork for all future Zeldas to then
really. You think?
So you can't say in right mind that Ocarina of Time is a bad game.
Phil is a known edgelord.
Most of the tropes of modern Zelda came from Ocarina of Time. They threw away the top-down mechanics of previous Zeldas. And if you like anything in a 3D Zelda, it's because Ocarina did.
I think they had to take a stab at it with a 3D Zelda.
If I'm gonna rank the original Ocarina,
that boss fight was amazing too.
I think it's like a C.
The Master Sword gets knocked out of your hand. You're like, oh fuck! What am I gonna do? Then you pull out this big Goron sword and just ruin him, or you get the Magneton hammer, smash your tail.
All right. However, years later, I went back and I played Ocarina of Time 3D, and I can tell you very, very, very soundly, this game is an A or maybe an S. All right? Like, seriously. It's that good of a game after having experienced it in a modern setting with the 3DS and having an audience and you guys explaining it to me. It's absolutely one of the two. You see? Now, you might say, well, I don't understand. Well, how can you rank the original Ocarina so low? Because I'm giving you the context I played it in. When I played it as a kid, I disliked it. I didn't think it was a good game. That's how I'm going to rate it. But it doesn't mean it's bad. Because if I talk about this version, I say, this is the one I played and as an adult and I liked, then this is definitely the one
that a C?
High. Do you understand? So I hope that you will not.
Both of them, just put them in S and leave it there.
Because
I'd even give the Master Quest for that one an S.
And everything, I actually really enjoy the game. It's just that I played it.
Put the N64 one as a C is just edgelord behavior. He's just trying to be a different.
I'm gonna say, for now, Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, it's a regarded pick for sure.
I'll say it's an S. I mean, again, It's the one that laid the groundwork for all future 3D Zelda games. So I don't know how you can, if you like modern 3D Zelda, then you should like Ocarina. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You should like the game because that's where it all came from, right? It's kind of like seeing the origins and the roots of where something came from and be like, oh man, that's cool. It resonates with me, right? So I'm just gonna say it gets an S. All right, and you say, well, what about the original? That should be S. From your perspective, you may be correct. I'm telling you my perspective. I didn't like the original one. I've never played it again, but I played the 3DS version. I loved it, so that's going to be the S rank.
You're gonna scratch your head against the PC case. For the cat.
Now you guys want to kill me, I'm sure.
I'm sure they
Let's
do,
see, I got some
because
shout-outs to do.
I fucking
First of
wish
all,
it would die.
I received a tip. I received a $5 tip
Meow.
from Haseo, who says, I never knew how many Zelda games there were made over these years. Personally, I love playing Twilight Princess on the GameCube and Ocarina.
Trying to keep the big roach afloat.
So there you go.
It's rough, man. It's rough.
Yeah, and they're great games. Now hold on a second.
We're at only a couple bucks tonight.
Oh shoot, that's right. For Tier Maker, if I want to do a pop-up for a tip, I have to do it on my laptop. That's right. Hold on a second, because I can do it. I have it set up on my laptop here. There we
Good?
go.
Yes?
If it loads.
Great. There's your pop-up. Good job.
It's taking a while. It's been the last time that I think I loaded this was during the last Tier Maker. So give me a second here for it to load and pop up properly, please.
Take your time. I got more beer.
Variations.
I don't know why you'd be mad about the jump to 3D, because they did it so well.
Thank you very much, Haseo.
There you go.
$5 tip.
Yeah,
Appreciate that very
$5.
much. Let's get you up on the leaderboard because actually, in actuality,
We're at like
you're
10
a top
bucks
tipper
now.
of the night.
Well,
We're almost an hour into the event.
well, let me check my clock. Oh, look at that! It's a bagel clock.
That gets us to $10 in tips.
It's like a little primer.
Anyone who supported in any way. In fact, I think I have a super chat to shout out.
Wow.
Hold on. I gotta go back
Super
to my
berry.
other screen here. Yes,
Jesus.
Lucifer Soul actually did a $5 super chat.
He's not a smart man.
The story of Majora's Mask is pretty much an allegory for death. Yeah, you know what's interesting?
Wow.
A lot of people
I'm
say
going
if
to
you
talk about that
analyze
later, okay?
The story of Majora's Mask, that it pretty much could be that Link is dead. He dies at the beginning or something.
God, this is such a fucking tinfoil
And the
hat theory.
entire game is just a hallucination fever dream, like his life flashing before his eyes and him having this crazy story in his head, but it's not really happening. There's a lot
The
of
happy
interesting
mask salesman is evil.
takes on Zelda games, for sure. And I think that Majora's Mask is one of the
Fucking
ones
weird.
that actually
I dive
has
into it so hard.
one of, or some of the most interesting.
Like it's a
takes
very
on
somber
Zelda
game. Like let's not get it wrong. Like the little Deku tree fucking dude dies.
Absolutely. Overpowered Boone says, just a reminder, if you're watching this on demand right now, guys, if you're watching it later,
Give it a
after the fact,
like, okay?
comment, let me know what you think. What do you think of these rankings? What do you think?
They suck.
What is your personal rank? I would love to hear your top 3 favorite Zelda games and your most hated Zelda game. That would be a really cool thing to leave in the comments.
I don't know if I have the
Engagement.
most
I
hated.
read all those comments. Okay, thank you.
I really don't.
Okay, let's continue.
I can't think of
shall
one I
we?
didn't like, to be honest.
Now here's the thing. I never played the original Link's Awakening.
Where are you going?
But I did play
We're just gonna headbutt the keyboard.
the HD version. And that is here, correct? Is it called Link's Awakening DX? No. What's the one that was the HD version from 2019? Where the hell is it? Link to the Past, The Adventure of Link, Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. Here it is. Nintendo Switch. Okay? That's the one that I've played. Alright?
High quality game.
That's the one that I've played. So, that one I'll comment on.
A game. It's a.
But what is Link's Awakening DX? What the hell is that? I don't think I played that one. Link's Awakening DX?
It's the Game Boy Color version. It had one more dungeon.
Game Boy Color version with an extra dungeon. Okay.
Yep. There you
That
go.
one I never played.
Wow,
get
you
that
got
down
handheld.
here. I definitely never played that one. Another Four Swords. Never played that one. Let's get the Four Swords out of there. Let's see what
Jesus,
else we
that
got.
unknown list is just
Ocarina of Time
long.
Master Quest? No, I never played Master Quest.
Yeah, fucking
'Cause I wanna
fucking
I
A
wanna
tier
know
that
what
shit.
we're
S tier
actually
that shit.
talking about.
Master Quest is dope. Master Quest is for somebody who
My-
loves Zelda games.
What the hell does this say? My Nintendo what? I can't even read that. What does that say? Hold on.
You gotta have to go to his PC
What
again?
the hell is Picross?
What?
I don't know what that is. Picross.
That was like a weird Japanese release. It was a puzzle game, if I remember.
Okay.
So, just unknown list that fucking shit. That's easy enough.
By the way, guys, we basically just hit the hour mark. So thank you all for chilling with me here tonight. I appreciate everyone who's been here.
1 hour to go.
Since we're hitting the halfway mark, I just want to give some updates.
Oh,
we're at 83
he
likes
stopped
with
YouTube there.
viewers.
You can hear it
Thank
double
you. That's
clicking
a
it.
lot of viewers for something like this. I want to say thank you to everyone who's here and anyone who is chilling with me.
So
and
it's
being a part
it's
of the
back
fun.
o'clock.
If we get 17 more likes, that will help for engagement, and I'll do a celebratory bubble blow for you guys. So please consider.
I'm at $10 a tip.
Yeah, and you're having a good time.
Okay.
Outside of that, actually, super chats are quite good for the first hour. Thank you for that.
Yeah, they've been mediocre.
No new members.
Don't lie to
and
yourself.
Tips are around $10, so not too hot there. Super chats are pretty
Oh
good.
no!
So if you're enjoying this, if you could support it in any
Not-
way, I would really appreciate
Please.
it. And I'll also say this
Money.
for those watching on demand. If you like these tier maker videos, one way you could definitely support this channel is by
So you
leaving
split
a
the
super
part there,
thanks.
then.
These will not get claimed. It's one of the few pieces of content I put on this react channel that will not get claimed.
I get all
So
the
if you
rad
could
revenue.
maybe
I get all the money for these
go
ones.
a little bit above and beyond, as they say. Maybe do a super thanks on the video, or maybe look at the
Oh.
description for the tips link and leave a tip on the, for the video. I would really appreciate that. Okay?
Please go to the tips
One
link.
more shout out.
I need the
Here it is.
money.
Oh, thank you to the super chat saying thank you for reacting to my clip. Shout out Jason.
Oh no! Last time he said click the description of the video. It's got my PayPal
And
link in
Radical Jaws is here
it.
tonight. He did a super chat. He says, "Man,
Jeez,
allergies are acting
dude,
up.
like,
This is a great
like,
stream.
what are you
I'm sorry to hear
doing?
your allergies are acting up. I think it's starting to bother a lot.
Yeah, it's a total
Actually,
will
this
call.
Weekend, we are going to have, listen to this, record high hot weather this weekend coming up.
What is it? Fucking
Washington State.
75 up there in Seattle? Jesus.
It's only May, and we're supposed to have 94-degree weather
Wow.
over the weekend. Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be in the 80s to low 90s.
I can't wait to
Monday,
work on the
it's
roof
supposed
in
to be
90
supposed to be
plus degree
94.
weather. Oh no,
And
I'm
when that
gonna go
happens,
cry.
what ends up happening is
No, I'm gonna set a fucking water
absolutely
timer. Every 50 minutes you
exploding,
chug a fucking water bottle.
absolutely exploding pollen. All the fucking plants are going to go and explode.
What?
All right.
It's hot?
So there you go.
What?
Okay.
This is
So
such a
thank
weird
you to
tangent.
Radical Jaws. Luckily, we do
Such
have
a
some
fucking
allergy
odd
medications
just
in the house.
tangent.
What I need to do is
We're
look
not
up,
talking about shit.
the generics online.
Are you
So I
gone?
forgot to do
Bye,
that.
kitty.
I need to look up the generic medications online, see if I can get them for like cheaper than the store. In the store, it's ridiculous.
Fuck.
It's like, oh, you want a bottle of 20 allergy pills? Yeah, $25. It's like, what?
Perfect. That's 20 days of
It's a
allergy
shame.
free.
So I gotta see if I can find them cheaper.
Okay.
Okay. So, shall we continue? What's the hottest it's ever been here?
Yeah, fuck.
111 degrees Fahrenheit, and that was a couple summers ago. The hottest it's ever been. Okay,
Wow.
let's continue on.
Thanks.
Now, all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get to my ultimate nostalgic past of Zelda.
Okay.
Link to the Past is so effing good. All right, A Link to the
So
Past
automatic S tier, move on.
basically continued
It's
the
straight up.
original two games from
Automatic
NES,
S tier, move on.
but extrapolated upon the original and expanded upon it in so many different ways. It improved the combat, it improved the traversal with 3D jumping and the like, it improved the graphics, it improved the music. There was 2 different worlds you could warp between.
Tim, I
So
think
it
you're
was
wrong.
double
This
the
is not good
of the
content,
original
but
game.
that's my opinion, not yours.
Like, seriously, and it had saving on the cartridge. Super Nintendo, you know, the first console or Nintendo console to really have the in-game saving rather than a password system. And
What?
so to be able to have progress in the game. And
NES cards had batteries in them to save the fucking game, you fucking retard. How else did I save my fucking Zelda files?
It's really nice.
It wasn't a password.
To this day, I still remember the ending of the game and how epic it was when I beat it the
Fucking
first time. I was
dumb
like
fuck.
tearing up because the game was so goddamn good. I remember the ending is ridiculously top 5 best game endings of all time. Zelda, Link to the Past. Seriously, to this day.
But you
Having
kill
credits,
Ganon and
credits,
everybody
releases,
celebrates
catalog,
and
shows
the
kind of
fucking
every
credits roll?
character. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
So
So glad we get the singing segment tonight.
I'm seriously getting fucking goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps just humming the ending theme of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past is S.
Thank you.
If
Move
anyone
on.
disagrees with me, all right? If you disagree with me, there's only one
I really
thing
don't.
that I have
But
to say.
the argument for A tier is there.
Hold on.
What the fuck is this?
Okay.
You weren't ready.
Wrong. It's S tier. There's nothing you can do to dispute it. It's so amazing. Like I said, it took the concepts from the original NES title.
My brain just died.
Extrapolate upon it in such an amazing way.
I'm just peeled off of drugs and alcohol now.
Much better
after
graphics,
that fucking
better
shit.
controls because you had the SNES controller, so more buttons. The combat was dramatically refined and different, having the charge.
No, it wasn't.
You could run and charge and stab with the running charge.
Wow.
You could charge your move into a spin slash. You know, there was so much to it. It was very complex.
You got a spin slash and a dash.
And the other items and stuff you could use in it. Dude, absolutely outstanding. So,
it's just such a weird argument, man.
It's you know, my favorite.
I mean, I get it. The game's really good.
All right.
But
let's see here.
he just didn't go to death. He just said it's right.
The story of Majora's Mask
Which is fine.
2 months after the events of Ocarina
He
of
is
Time.
right.
It follows
It's
Link
S tier.
on a personal quest who ends up in Termina, a world parallel to Hyrule. Derek says, A Link to the Past you played last year. It came out in 1991 in Japan, 92 in North America. That is all correct. Yes. All right. Oh, by the way, Tim did a super chat, and he says, hey, Phil, some good content.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you to Tim. I appreciate you saying so. Let me get you up on the leaderboard, Tim, for your super chat.
Oh, apparently I don't have alerts up on this scene, so thank you, Platty, for the 10-piece.
Not Tim X.
He says, Guinness on me, cheers. I
Okay.
do like a pint of man coffee. I'm a big fan of the Guinness. Thank you very much.
All right,
I'm sorry I did not see that
I
earlier.
think we should rank the Zelda games
Thank you.
in order, right? It's
I'm
stupid to
definitely
rank
going to
the
smash
Adventure of
down
Link
some Guinness sooner or later. Then.
and The Legend of Zelda, okay? So, here's the thing. The Legend of Zelda is the one that started it all. It was actually an insanely unique RPG on the NES at the time.
It's not an RPG.
Top-down
It's an action
style.
game. It's
It
not an
was,
RPG, though. You don't get to create
yeah,
stats.
great music.
Zelda 2
Still
was.
remember the original
Like the
Dungeon music.
skeleton of an RPG-ish.
Right? It's awesome. You can think that how they took that theme in future Zelda games, they remixed it and redid it. And it was crazy because that was on NES.
Great.
Like there was really good music on the NES for that game. I loved it. I loved Zelda 1. However, Zelda 1 also has some really annoying parts. Zelda 1 has some parts that are so cryptic that if you don't know exactly what you're doing or how to do it,
I'm going to bounce to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Good luck enjoying Phil's review of the original Legend of
You're going to
Zelda.
get stuck. At some point, you're not going to know how to make progress in the game. And that's annoying, all right? I do feel like, sadly, that game is held back because of the time it came out, but it's still an amazing game. And again, it laid the groundwork of so many different tropes and things from future Zeldas. But, I mean, I think Link to the Past is definitively better as a sequel. I think it does everything better than the original, right? So if you have a sequel that absolutely, positively, 100% surpasses the original, you can't rank them the same, you see? So for me, by the highest I can even give the original Legend of Zelda is an A. I can't give it higher than an A because then Link to the Past can't be best in class, you know, top-down style Zelda. You understand? Gargantuan Enemy Lobster says, actually, I'm wrong because Zelda 1 and 2 on the NES did actually have battery saves. See, I didn't know that because I didn't own them. I didn't buy those games. I saw my cousin play them. I didn't play them until years later on the Game Boy Advance. That's when I actually played Zelda. So, well, let me take that back. I played Zelda 1 on Game Boy Advance. I never played Zelda 2 Adventure of Link till last year. That's when I actually played it, you see? So, I guess you're correct then. If there was battery saves on the NES cartridges, my bad. I didn't know that because I never played the originals on NES. So I'm sorry about that. If I misrepresented the classics, I wholeheartedly apologize. I'm very sorry for that. And I should be punished. Bad Phil. Bad Phil. There we go. That hurt, actually. Okay, let's continue. The Adventure of Link. Alright? So here's a weird thing about The Adventure of Link. It's the direct sequel to Legend of Zelda, but it plays nothing like Legend of Zelda. They went for this weird other direction.
Did he just hit himself?
The franchise, turning it into a 2D.
Did he smack himself a bit for that?
RPG elements instead of retaining
a little weird.
Top-down, exploration and stuff of the original. Now there is top-down gameplay in Zelda 2, but it's just the one map.
It's the over.
Once you get into any kind of a dungeon or town,
that's
the
weird,
entire
man.
game changes.
Like,
Also, Zelda 2 has
self-harm's strange.
You go in, it's safe, and there's people you talk.
I know people do it.
People you go inside houses. Like you don't really necessarily.
I've done it
do that
before.
in Zelda 1. You do that in Zelda Link to the Past.
But
there actually
it's
is
a
whole
strange
town you can go into
behavior to
and
pull
you can
off
explore
while
from
live on the
from a
internet.
top-down
To
perspective.
be honest.
So it's kind of interesting that Adventure of Link went so different in another direction. Now I played it last year, and man, I'm gonna tell you something. That shit is not fair. That game has some really unfair parts.
It's totally fair.
A ridiculous amount of tough enemies in a row.
Figure it out.
And there is like no healing or anything. You know what I'm saying? It's just really annoying. It's like a lot. In a lot
You
of
get help
cases,
to
you have
drop.
to die first to know it's coming. So then you
Nope.
know to have the resources available to get past it. But you can't know what's coming until you get to it. So you're destined to fail, and then go back and redo it and prepare properly. You see what I'm saying? And I didn't like that. In any game, I feel like you should have an honest shot to one-shot it if you're good enough. And I actually feel like with Adventure
not
of
good
Link,
enough.
because of the way they designed it, stacking so many tough enemies in one room or whatever, and you don't have to, I didn't save my resources because I didn't know this was coming. That's kind of unfair. You know what I'm saying? So to me, Adventure of Link is a good game. I actually like a lot of the music of it. I thought the soundtrack
I think
was
it's a
the
solid
best
B
about
game.
it. But
It's an okay soundtrack.
there was definitely a lot of
Okay,
very
yeah.
annoying things about the game.
Throw it in B.
Do
Move
you
on.
remember sometimes you're in a world map and all of a sudden you're randomly teleported to a challenge, like a combat challenge? Like, what the hell is that about? Why is this in the middle of the
It's,
game?
The square in the game.
Encounter in Final Fantasy, but then you have to play the game with action. It was weird. It was almost like the game didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah, he likes to
And
speedrun
it's weird
games,
also because
and it
that
should
was
be
the only
OP.
Zelda ever they made in that style. They made the one that after that they went back to top down, then it went to full 3D, and they never went back. They never tried to make a 2D Zelda like a platformer ever again. They gave up on it.
That's fine.
So for me,
They gave it a shot. They moved on.
I look at Adventure of Link and I can say, well, good on them for trying something, but I don't think it worked. I actually think it kind of failed and didn't do as well as they had intended it to do. So I'm going to actually say Adventure of Link, sadly, is going to rank about a C for me. I really don't think it's that good of a Zelda game compared to many others. It's not
They
as fun to
didn't call
play.
it
It's
Minish Cap.
very,
Yeah.
very annoying. And they gave up on it after that one because they realized how bad it was. Okay? So I'm giving it a C.
Good. Take
Now,
a
in
sip.
the meantime,
No, let's keep
first
going.
of all, I received a super chat from Don Fanucci, who says, which Zelda do you think had the best combat? We'll talk about that. Let's keep going. Let's go through all my rankings.
Yes, please.
And
Just
then
keep going.
When I'm done with all the rankings, then we can determine like which ultimately is the best here or whatever. Okay. So thank you, Don, for the super chat. And I believe people are saying we might have hit our 100 likes. Is that correct? Did we hit our 100 likes for the night?
Probably.
Let me take a look.
I'm not shocked if you did.
No, you guys are heinous liars. We did not. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Great.
So,
Blow your bubbles. Move on.
we hit our goal. That means tonight we will have a full screen, full on Zelda celebratory bubble blow. Zelda edition, Zelda special edition for you. Ready?
Look at us blow. Go blow so hard.
No, 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 no.
Wow.
That was it. What a dud. I'm doing it again.
Oh, okay. Do it again. Blow harder.
No. Much better.
Two blows for one. Sounds like cat on a Saturday night.
Got me in the face. Ugh. Okay.
Can we stop?
What did we get? Did we get a heart? We got a heart piece. We open the chest. Da heart piece, and then it bubbles right in the eyeballs. Okay. Thank you guys for chilling with me tonight, and thanks to everyone who's supported the stream so far. It's really nice of you. Let's keep it rolling.
Yes, just keep it fucking rolling.
Again, thank you
please.
Who support the stream tonight. I would really appreciate if you did. All right. Link's Awakening, Nintendo Switch version. All right. So, interesting thing here.
It's an A game.
I did play this in 2019, and I didn't know anything about Link's Awakening. I just knew it was a Game Boy game.
Solid A game.
When I played the Switch version, first of all, they had redone the graphics completely to be 3D, so it was kind of interesting. It kind of looked cutesy, cartoony. But then I realized, oh my god, it's literally the direct sequel to A Link to the Past. It plays exactly like A Link to the Past, okay?
Wow.
That's really cool.
I didn't know that.
I was actually blown away because I didn't know that about the game originally. I thought that it was just like some very different kind of spin-off game because the Game Boy couldn't really handle it. But actually,
it was fine.
Really good. If you like Link to the Past, you will absolutely love Link's Awakening. All right, it has a unique story about this bird and egg hatching and everything on an island and everything there. It's very different than the story of the other Zelda games for sure.
That's like the fun part of it.
And waking up on the island is Link's Awakening. He wakes up. The question is it real or is it like Majora's Mask? Is this a hallucination that didn't really happen or is it really happening? Right.
That's for you to determine, I guess.
I really liked the game, but I will wholeheartely admit that number one, it's nowhere near as good as Link to the Past. It's not as long. It doesn't have the whole two worlds aspect.
It was a fucking Game Boy game, so I'm not.
Story,
yeah, he said Windfish was a bird.
Right. It is a shorter game as well. It's not as long as other Zelda games, but it was for Game Boy.
The whole thing's about the Windfish, and he's just like, it's about a bird.
But I just don't think it's like an amazing, oh my god, blow me away, outstanding game. So I would probably put it around. Probably B tier.
It's weird, Toxic Cherry Juice.
Where I would put that. Okay.
Like half the games are just like not even listed.
But I'm gonna say B tier. All right. Fair enough. Now wait a minute.
Okay.
Anniversary Edition.
I don't think it's B tier.
We can get rid of that one.
Jesus.
Ancient Stone Tablets. I don't even know what the hell that is, so I definitely didn't play that one. Get rid of that.
Look at how fast he's going.
What the hell is BS? The Legend of Zelda? Bullshit Legend of Zelda? There was a bullshit edition? What was that? The bullshit edition. Shout out to Lice for Soul who did another super chat. He says, Majora's Mask got a lot of hate when it first came out because of its difficulty and the strong success of Ocarina of Time. Did it? See, I don't know about these history things because, like I said, I didn't buy any of the Zelda games on N64. I had an N64.
It's not a tip, dump up.
Like maybe 5-6 games
the
for
Ginfish.
And I never really expanded my library because I got so heavily into the PS1. I just stopped caring about the N64. So yeah, like I don't really know too much about the lore behind the games, like you're telling me. So thank you for sharing, Lice for Soul. BS Legend of Zelda was a remake of the first game that was released only in Japan and only playable via a gimmicky live service called Satellite View.
Yes, that is actually true. It was a satellite service in Japan.
All right,
and,
I think we're gonna
that's how you downloaded it and played it.
Down here, that sounds like a headache. So did I play Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition? No, I did not. Did I?
Oh, see, they did list it.
Legends? No, I did not. I did play Hyrule Warriors, and we will talk about that. I did not play Cadence. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second here. I played the demo of Cadence of Hyrule, and it performed so poorly that I actually didn't buy the final game.
You just have no rhythm.
I think I should talk about that.
Is that what it is? He has no rhythm?
I absolutely should.
Why? Why should you talk about a demo that you just didn't play the actual game for?
And I never played Zelda on the Game & Watch. However,
Jesus.
Listen to this.
He gets semantics.
I can tell you about what Game Watch is. Do you know what?
I don't even know. God damn it!
Do you know what that is?
This is not a Game & Watch stream, bro.
I don't know what Game Watch.
Why are we talking about Game & Watch?
Chat knows what that means. Game Watch.
Why?
Do you know?
They're fucking children.
Anyone? Does anyone know? And if you know,
and I'm sure they do know.
No. I did not say Game and Watch. I said
Oh.
Game Watch. That's what it says here. Game Watch. Okay?
Oh my god. Are you fucking really gonna
It's not
fucking go
Mr.
for
Game
this?
and Watch. No. They're two completely separate
God
things.
damn it. Like,
You
why
may
are
not
we,
realize this.
why are we dancing on this? We're so
I
close
think
to get
Tallyman
like
got it
actual
right.
momentum.
Okay. So, in the late
I think
80s and early
so.
90s.
Do you not know?
Right? Basically, there was a fad. And the
It's a
fad
fucking
was
like Tiger
take
electronic
a
game.
really great
Okay?
game
You
on a
fucking
console and turn it into a really piece of shit that kids will play
Wow.
and not know the better. And what happened is a lot of parents would not know the difference and buy these for their children. Now, you may have heard of some of them were actually called Tiger Electronics.
There you go.
All right?
Connect all
These were
dots.
shit. These were these little handheld games.
We watched
you could buy for
AVGN
like
too.
$20, and they'd run on like 2 or 4 AA batteries, and it was terrible. It was just not even graphics. It was essentially a liquid crystal display that just had black and white little pictures that would move and would go blip bloop blip bloop blip bloop blip. It didn't even have the graphics of like the Atari. It was like 2 frames of animation per second. I'm serious.
Yeah, but
like
when
every
it's
second there was like
$10
one
and your
frame,
parents
one
are
frame,
dirt
one
poor,
frame.
sometimes
So, like,
those things are
Street
the
Fighter,
best.
It's Ryu like this.
Shut you the hell up in a long cart ride.
Press it again.
Maybe they just gave it to you and
Press it
say, "Fuck off."
Whoop. It's like, this is Street Fighter? What the fuck is this? That's how they were. So, Game Watch, the reason I know this is because,
Good.
ladies and gentlemen,
So we
as
gonna
a kid,
like put it on the
I
list or
owned
not?
the Legend of Zelda Game Watch. Okay? I owned it before I ever had owned another Zelda game. I got it as a Christmas present. I told you guys this story before.
Did
Every
you?
Christmas, I used to go to my great aunt's house, great aunt and uncle.
The one who
that
gave
was
gout?
Our big Christmas event that we used to do.
The
And my
gout
great
weather?
uncle would dress up like
You passed it
Santa
down?
Claus. And he would come out and he would, for me and my cousins, we would all sit on his lap. He'd say, "Oh, ho, ho, were you good this year?" And then he would give you a present, and then you get a big stocking. And one year in my
Wow.
Christmas stocking was the Legend of Zelda Game Watch. And I
Okay.
had completely forgotten I owned this until I looked at this tier maker this week, and I was like, holy shit, I had it. All right? So, basically, here's what it was. All right?
Gin rots
It
your
was a
brain.
watch you had to wear, and it didn't fucking tell time. So how you could call it a watch, I don't know.
Because it went on your wrist.
For a watch is that it tells time. If it doesn't tell time, then it's not a watch. It's a bracelet, right?
This is ruining my buzz.
But they
be
call it a
honest.
watch, right?
Okay, we're almost there.
So no, this was not a Tiger. I'm pretty sure the Nintendo branded game watches were not Tiger brand. I'm almost positive they weren't. Now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they were not Tiger brand. Okay.
Yeah,
So
this,
what it
this
was
is severely
was,
puzzle
it
piece.
looked like it was a watch on your wrist. It was a big, like a square, and if I remember correctly, it was either green, brown, or both, because that's like the colors of like Link in Zelda. And it had a tiny little, like grayish screen with like little LCD LED, and all it was like Link. And when you press the button, it would just be like Link top down standing there. And when you press the button, a silver would come like this.
And it begins like, oh, talking about it.
Like the-
Phil's
top
just
down
blown
Link.
out now.
You press the button, a silver would come out, blip, just like that.
I vaguely
So,
remember
anytime
these
you see
things.
an enemy coming up, you go blip, blip, and like that was it. That was the whole fucking game. I think you could move like 2 spaces or 1 space back and forth and just hit an enemy. Blip, blip. Now, if I remember correctly, it had the official Zelda branding, like it said Legend of Zelda on it and everything. But dude, it didn't look like Zelda. It didn't sound like Zelda.
Put it in B
was
tier for
literally-
bloops.
Like if you took Zelda,
Bloops and blips.
Zelda 1, and you took the screen from it and you threw it in a microwave and you fucking melted it into mush, right? And you took the controller for your NES and you took a hammer and you went and the fucking buttons were popping off and
Great.
flying off. And you handed that controller to a kid with the melted screen. You say, "Here you go, kid, play Zelda." I mean, that's the Zelda Game Watch.
Can we
Okay?
move on?
It's trash. So
List it as
out of
D.
all this stuff,
It'll be
Zelda
your
Game
only D
Watch
game.
is the D, the absolute bottom of the barrel
D for
worst
dog shit.
experience you could possibly have with a Zelda game. It's so pathetically bad. It's
I
laughable.
just don't
they
get
even
this
named
guy
the fucking
sometimes,
game.
like-
I can't believe they did.
Fucking
All
10-minute
right?
rant to
And it
get
was
nowhere.
because kids didn't
And just
ask
say
for
it's a
that.
D.
Like literally, children would not ask for these. This
I
was
bet
something
they
that the
did. They
parents
didn't have the
understand
money.
That was not the game, so they would get My kid, he plays Zelda all the time. I'll get him the Zelda watch.
Fuck yeah, you would.
Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what am I? There's no.
You're gonna play the shit out of it and be like, thank you for it, because you're a nice little kid.
What the fuck is this? You wear it for 10 seconds, you take it off, you fucking shove it in a drawer, and you never see it ever again. You know?
Damn, entitled childhood.
So there you go. Yeah. So it's junk.
Give it a D. Yeah,
Just
fuck,
like the rest
fuck
of
this
those
shit.
LCD. They were LCD screen shit. They're junk.
D for dumb fucking review.
You know what's funny? Because they call it liquid crystal display. You might say, why'd they call it that? Because back in the day, you could actually take your finger and you could push the screen, and you would actually see the liquid move in the screen.
No shit.
Like, though, I remember specifically owning Tiger games and then watches, and you could do that, and you would see like a ripple in the screen. But if you did that half the time, you would break it too. You could actually break it.
No shit. Fuck.
Okay. So let's continue. One other one that I'm just going to right off the bat get rid of.
Go.
Link's crossbow training. Does anyone remember what this is?
that was the weekend.
I think I know what this is.
It was okay. It's like C. Just put it in fucking C. It's fine.
What I thought it was.
It was a gimmick game.
So Link's crossbow training is the Wii motion target game. You would take the Wiimote, and remember they used to have the accessory for it called the Zapper, and you would put the Wiimote into the Zapper, and you would aim it at your TV, and you would fire. I don't think I owned it. I think I had the demo. I played it. I remember specifically playing it. And let me put it this way. It wasn't bad. But it wasn't good. Like it was an oddity, because at the time
it is
they were
business
really desperate.
Don't
to
forget
try to get
that.
people to play the Wii games with the motion controls and to buy all the accessories, right? So you gotta buy the fucking gun accessory. Now, you want to know what the gun accessory was for the Wii? A piece of plastic. All it is a piece of plastic. You take your Wiimote, you put it in, and now instead of pushing the button on the Wiimote, you pull a trigger and it depresses the same exact button that's on the Wiimote, but you can hold it like a rifle or a gun, and it was like $25 for a piece of plastic. It was the biggest ripoff ever. It's a piece of junk. Okay? And not too many good games at all use
for sure. If they made both, that would have been fun.
YouTuber, by the way.
But a Duck Hunt is what everybody wanted for Wii, and they never gave it to you.
And I got an Xbox 360, a PS3,
it was a shame.
Wii. And I
that would have been the shit.
A lot of accessories for the Wii. I owned the Wii Fit. I had that wheel for Mario.
Business related.
Business related. It's impossible to fucking play, so that you throw the wheel away and you can actually play better with the motion controls. Yeah,
it was so nice to play with that wheel shit and be hammered and do some drunk driving.
So I don't think I bought the crossbow game, but I'm fairly certain I had the demo for it.
I don't know how many times
I was like, this is
played that at parties and shit.
Like, it doesn't. This is the only branding is that it's Zelda with the crossbow, but like literally it could have been any other characters on the screen, and it wouldn't
put it
matter.
on D or C and move on.
Story of Zelda. It was just a gimmick game that you play for 10 minutes, you'll never play it again. So a junk ass.
I think people played it more than 10. But
basically bank off of the licensing of Zelda. That's a fucking D tier junk. That is literally like bottom of the barrel crap.
Okay.
That no one should be wasting their time and money on. And so that's another game. Zelda Game Watch and Link's crossbow training. Put them at the bottom of your trash can, and then throw all your rotten food on top of them. Poop in the can. I don't know why you would poop in your trash can. You know what I'm saying?
Because you like scat humor.
They're junk. They are absolute positive junk. All right. Okay.
He deleted the fake 1 minute man.
To this tier maker, and now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. The last few games that I'm actually going to rank for you guys.
Thank God, fucking
and then
finish.
What we're going to do is look at the rankings and see if we agree if any of these should be moved.
Oh my God, just
all right.
Stop.
Cool.
Put the last few games in it and just stop. Are you gonna beg again?
Let's rank the Musu Zelda games. Does anyone know what Musu is? Musu.
Fuck, bro.
M-O-S-O-U. A Musu game is a game made popular by the Dynasty Warriors franchise, where essentially you're a character running out into an open field with a ton of generic enemies coming at you, and you can use combos and abilities to basically beat up a bunch of these enemies and kind of knock them back and do big, ginormous, colorful combos, big, flashy abilities. Typically,
that's the whole point of these games. It's supposed to be dope, fun.
Differently with different combos, different
just smash a bunch of armies with like 4 people.
Dynasty Warriors, all right.
Ton of fun.
So at one point, when
This
Dynasty
has a
Warriors
Zelda
was
skin.
popular, Nintendo said, "Oh, we should jump on the bandwagon because
Fuck
they were
yeah.
looking to license that engine to all these different IPs." And over the years, they licensed it to Zelda, they licensed it to Persona. What was the
Hell
other?
yeah.
Did they license it to like one or two others recently as well? I don't really remember.
They're fun games, man. I don't think they're like A tier. I think most of them are like B's and C's probably, but they're fun.
When we're talking about Hyrule Warriors, all right, this was the first ever. Excuse me. The first ever.
I think they did a Gundam game like that too.
What was the name of the sequel of Hyrule Warriors? Was it Age of Calamity or was it Cadence of Hyrule? What's Cadence of Hyrule?
That's the rhythm game.
Crossed. Cadence of Hyrule is a rhythm game? Oh, I never
That's the
played
one you
that one.
Fucking
That
avoided.
one's goes here. Did they have Age of Calamity here?
Done.
I don't think they do, right?
Yeah, I vaguely remember one of those Gundam games. A ton of fun though.
Hyrule Warriors was the original movie.
Any of that stuff's fun.
Like 2014, I want to say, and I believe it was on the Wii.
So all those games have to be are just fun.
Let me put it this way, okay?
Story's another thing, but fun must be always.
It was actually quite a fun game. I actually really enjoyed it. The problem was
they're not going to beat any doors down, but
meaning there was a lot of issues with the frame rate.
Yeah, they're enjoyable.
The thing is, when you're
Dragon Quest has two. That sounds fun.
And you are going out into an open field, and there's a ridiculous amount of enemies coming at you. What's the one thing you absolutely need to be solid? The frame rate. And if the frame rate is dipping, now you lose control of what's going on in this big combat.
But they fixed that at some point, if I remember.
A lot of times you got to do the whole level over from the start. Okay? And I remember...
Oh, the new FPS game for Gundam? That'd be dope. Yep.
You know, you start out great, and then all of a sudden, oh, here comes a big boss, or here comes a bunch of enemies, and we go, boo! And frustrate you. I do remember playing as Zelda, playing as Link. I believe you played as some of the other big warriors, like the Gorons and stuff. That was neat. I actually liked the premise of the game. I really enjoyed it. The problem was with that frame rate going crazy, it just wasn't as enjoyable of an experience as I would have liked. So
it's not that body cam
really
FPS game.
I remember I played it from start to finish. I did enjoy the playthrough.
Like if that's actual like Unreal fucking engine shit, like sign me the fuck up. That's crazy.
Memory of it. I mean, it's been almost 10 years ago since I played it. I'm probably gonna put it in like, you know, it's real hard to say. I'm gonna have to say C tier. Why? I would say yeah, it's an issue just like Skyward Sword, the original Skyward Sword, where sadly, because the controls sucked in Skyward Sword, the game would have been a solid B or maybe an A, but it's a C. Same thing.
Okay.
Like Hyrule Warriors would have been a solid B, maybe even an A.
We're one game left. Come on, Phil.
The fact that
just end our misery.
And the graphics constantly underperformed and dipped and annoyed you and resulted in death after death and then having to replay stages.
G Gundam was pretty
I gotta
dope.
give it a C. All right.
Black. Come on.
Now there was a sequel, and the sequel was called Age of Calamity, and I was actually interested in playing it because this one was on the Switch, and I'm like, dude, if it's on the Switch, they probably solved all those problems from the Wii U.
Come here, buddy.
I get the demo, I play it, dude. It was worse. The frame rate was atrociously bad. It was
what do you need? You need more food? Are you hungry again?
I couldn't believe how bad the demo played. And for what I'm to understand, a lot of people
it's your turn to
the demo. People bought the final version and it was just as bad. The whole game was choppy and laggy. So I'm glad I didn't buy it. It's very sad that happened. It would have been nice if they did better for the sequel. People in the chat are telling me that Definitive Edition that's listed here that I never played, I guess it's called Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. That one came out for the Switch and apparently that one ran beautifully, smooth 60 frames. So what I don't get about that then is, let's think about this, right? So you're telling me that the original game on the Wii U was choppy. So then they released a definitive edition on the Switch that ran at 60 frames, but then they made a sequel.
Yeah, it's my old boy.
The sequel was choppy.
He's doing okay though. It's getting there.
They didn't learn from the first failure. They had to remake it to be run better, and then they made a sequel that was bad again.
What are you doing up there?
I just don't get it. I don't get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to rank the final Zelda game on our tier maker, and then we're gonna do an ultimate rundown and see.
No, we're gonna fuck with the webcam.
Okay. So, Majora's Mask.
Is it your webcam now?
All right.
Is it?
This game is so weird because this game has so many odd things to it. Okay?
What's up with you? You just want attention, huh?
Okay. First of all, let's be honest.
I got plenty of
right?
attention.
It's a weird Zelda game.
You just want to be a cuddly kitty, huh? Yeah.
Or, you know, is it a dream, a fever dream after Ocarina? I don't even know yet. I played it and I don't even know. Right? The fact that the world's going to end in a certain amount of time and you only have a couple days or whatever to do what you want to do, and then the whole thing has to reset because the world ends. It's such a weird plot, right? It's unique, but it's dark. A lot of the people in the game are like, oh well, everything's gonna end, big deal. And others are like freaking out. It's so odd how everyone is reacting differently to the end of the world. But it's weird playing a game that's supposed to be like a cutesy Nintendo game talking about the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? The fact that it has classic Zelda gameplay, but then it's changed because you put on the masks and it changes how you play. Like, you know what I mean? You put on the Octorok mask and all of a sudden you're shooting the Deku nuts and stuff like that. That's very unique and interesting, but it's also confusing.
Did you say Octorok mask?
This game, you essentially are like, you don't even know like what should you be doing.
What do you think? Majora's Mask is interesting. I think it's one of those ones that is all over the place when it comes to
of each puzzle, because all these puzzles have
to putting it into a tier list.
And then there's hidden content you can.
I mean, I'm at solid A territory for it.
But then it adds on to the game if you do it right. Like it's.
That's a nice undercover burp there.
There's two that really stand out for different kind of tone. One is Majora's Mask and one is Twilight Princess, right? All the other ones you can argue, okay, maybe there's bad stuff going on, but it's kind of upbeat, it's colorful. These two games are the
whole romance story,
when you think about it,
right? is very rough about like friendship and loss and mourning.
The weird story of the Skull Kid.
It's pretty deep.
And like, who the hell
it's
is
a deep
Skull
game.
Kid? You know, and how is he screwing everything up with the masks and everything?
The Skull Kid is a sad, lost child who's just angry at the world.
I'll be honest, there's parts of it I really like. There's parts of it I hate. For example, with the whole time limit thing. To have to rush, you have to feel like you're being rushed.
No, it's fun.
Because if you don't complete the dungeon by the end of the cycle, if you remember, it resets.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fucking dungeon
it's a good thing.
That's
then
bullshit.
The time about it, reset and then go back to the dungeon.
At least let you
already know how to get there. It's open.
Don't tell me because I didn't finish the dungeon on my first try in the dungeon. Right, it's the first time even doing the dungeon, so I don't even know that much about it. I'm trying to discover, and you know, a lot of part of Zelda is kind of taking your time exploring and you know, finding optional things.
Yeah, you can do like the Song of Slow Time. You did the Song of Double Time if needed. Like the time manipulation in that game was really, really interesting.
Or else you got to start over from the beginning. Now, fair enough. Someone just said there's songs you can play that slows down time. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But at the same time, it's still the frustration factor of having to go through that. You understand what I'm saying? Name another RPG where you can't take your time to explore and enjoy a dungeon because there's always a big looming time limit over your head. I don't like that. I actually feel like that was maybe a misstep, right? In the series, and I don't think that they did a very good job.
He deleted that super chat too. Oh yeah, 24 hours to respond to Keem. Go to waste $2, dumb fuck.
Games.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
And the masks, you know, the uniqueness of, you put a mask on, and now you're completely played differently, right? That's kind of neat. It's unique, but I feel like it's a mixed bag.
Come on, you got to be a Zoro.
Some of the stuff
you got to be a Goron.
Very fun, because it's unique and different, and then other stuff is very frustrating. And
you got to be a giant.
It's like when you're liking the game, you really like it. But
the masks for power.
It's like, fuck, you know, I don't like it. So it's kind of this.
You're still the same hero, but you were able to wield different powers.
Say, like, here's ultimately what I would say. It's a great game. I really do feel it's a great game. But if I'm looking at these games, like, definitely I feel Ocarina is better. If you're looking at 3D Zeldas, I do feel Ocarina is better than Majora's Mask. Okay.
Skip across water.
Is Majora's Mask as good as Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, and the original Legend of Zelda?
It can be to some people.
Well, think of it this way.
I think
Majora's Mask better
that A territory.
Worlds, Twilight Princess, and Link's Awakening on the Switch.
I think he's going to put it...
Oh my god, what the hell? Merry Christmas, everyone! Merry Christmas, one and all! I didn't mean to click on that. I meant to click on this. I'm saying.
He's even confused. He just fat-handed his keyboard.
Christmas in May seems early. All right. Anyway, that was, you're like, what the hell? Little misclick there. Anyway,
This has to be some of
question,
Phil's worst
right?
content.
I actually don't know where to rank this one. Out of all the games,
It's an
that we have
easy S.
definitively ranked
I think it's
Zelda,
you can make a
I'm
fair
actually having a hard
statement for
time.
that.
Should this be A? Should this be B? Because, man, that time thing pisses me off. It really does.
Then you give it a B.
It pisses me
If the
off.
time thing you couldn't get over it, it's a B.
Well,
if it was just another concept, A plus. I still can.
I think
I'll accept an argument from the yes territory.
We have about
I
a
will.
little bit of time left here. Even though I could easily end the tier maker here. Oh no, I go above and
should.
beyond. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna go through each one of these and make sure that I feel like I've ranked these properly. Okay.
Fuck, it'll take 2
Because
minutes.
I almost feel like some of
You're
these.
like, hey,
absolute
how about
others,
this
maybe
one?
we need to shift
This
around.
game's supposed to be here.
Let's take a quick look. And by the way, again, I want to say
Tip
thank
for
you
your
to my
favorite.
audience. You've been great. You've been interactive. The attendance has been good. You know, the
Do you want
support.
to comment
super chats have
about
been
the
great.
support?
So thank you for that. Like I would say, for those watching on demand, please, if you like this event, if you could
I need
support
the
it
tip.
on demand after the fact with like super thanks or a tip, that would be great. It looks like it's been a slow night here outside of super chats.
It's been a
So
slow
the
night.
memberships are incredible. It is what it is. I'm still enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. And I hope you
Oh,
guys
it's so much fun.
Okay.
Let me just beg for more money.
Everybody have a great night. See you later. Okay. So first of all,
The Legend of Zelda, the beggar's bag.
Ocarina of Time.
Fuck.
Guys, I'm saying Ocarina of Time 3D because that's the one that I played fully and enjoyed as an adult. And A Link to the Past. Okay? I feel like those are
Just keep 'em there.
absolutely
Those
like
are
the
fine.
best Zelda games. And you can disagree, and that's okay if you do. But to me, those are the two that stand out. You got Best in Class 2D and Best in Class 3D. And in some ways, they were kind of originators. They were innovators, right? The things from those games still stand out to this day. You know what I mean? So, absolutely, I feel that those two are the best. Now, you could disagree. That's all right. But I think those two are the absolute best games. All right? And that's not going to change. I really feel like those are going to be the best. Okay? Now,
Okay.
Game Watch and Link's crossbow training, I don't think that anyone's going to argue that the Legend of Zelda Game Watch, the LCD piece of shit, and the stupid
Great.
crossbow minigame training
Continue.
that was part of like a
Done.
package in with the Wii Wotes, I don't think anyone's going to disagree that those are shit. Those are shit tier, right? Those are
That's
like
fine.
Goron Duty tier, right? Those are like, Octorok Balls tier. They're terrible. They shouldn't exist.
I like the weird, crude humor involving, but sure.
Good night, Willow. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Now, here's what we need to do. Tackle the middle three. The A, the B, and the C. Alright? First thing we should say. Alright? If we take a look at A, which is Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda 1, and Majora's Mask. Okay? If I'm thinking of all those games, like out of all of those, which one do I like the most? I mean, honestly, Legend of Zelda 1 is probably an A tier simply because it's the original Zelda game. It is very outdated now and has some really annoying parts, but being that it's the one that started it all and created so many original things in gaming, including soundtrack that's been used ever since then, and you know what I mean? Like top-down RPG gaming and stuff like that. So,
Good kitty.
I feel like it's an A because of nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like, if it wasn't the one that started it all, then maybe it wouldn't be an A. But I feel like that's why it's there, and it kind of should deserve that spot. I think the other three, if you'd look in terms of enjoyability, gameplay, they're all kind of equal in my opinion. Like, I think I like Breath of the Wild.
I don't know if English has a word for it. That's fair, man. This shit's fucking mind-numbing. Like, it just gets to a point where, like, we should be done.
I would
Like,
say, oh, this one's definitively better than the other. I
Phil
think
should
it's
just
kind of
tie a knot in it and move on.
If anything, if there was one I would demote, it would be Legend
We
of Zelda
are
1.
currently 3 hours
But I
deep.
guess let's take a look at our B tier. A Link Between Worlds, the Twilight Princess, of course this is the HD version, and Link's Awakening, the Nintendo Switch version. Well, there's absolutely no way
Okay.
you could say that Link's Awakening is as good as Link to the Past. It's a much shorter game. It's a lot more basic. It's still great. It's still fun. All right. Twilight Princess. It's a good game, but is it as good as Breath of the Wild or Majora's Mask or Wind Waker? Honestly, for me, I'm going to say no. Now, you could disagree. I think this is really where we're going to come into things where they're going to be contentious, right? If you personally really loved Twilight Princess, then probably you're going to say that should be way higher up. But the thing is, like, out of all the games that we just went through the list, all right? Like I said, what do I think about when I think Breath of the Wild? I think, wow, I remember when I looked at the open world for the first time and I saw all these things moving in the background and things in the sky. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Look at the breadth of this world.
He's really trying to get it to like 9:15 so he doesn't have to do Q&A on this crap.
Going on the ocean and the music, do 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 do, and you're sailing through the ocean. Dun, 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 dun,
What are you doing?
Dun, 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 dun. I love that. It's like your medieval adventure. And you can see things off in the distance.
Are you having a good time? You seem like you're having a good time.
It's a really neat game in that respect, okay?
Tell that webcam who's boss?
Majora's Mask. You remember that hideous devil moon coming to kill you. You remember putting on the mask.
You're way more entertaining than the guy on the screen.
So much. And I think Twilight Princess, the
I'm just
only
gonna push
thing
it all
I
around.
remember is the light and dark aspect turning you back and forth from being a wolf. I actually don't even remember much at all about the game. That's not good. Now, maybe that's my problem. Maybe that year, because that year a lot of bad stuff happened, 2016. A lot of stuff happened in my life bad that year for sure. Maybe that's why I don't remember it that much. But for me, like all the other Zeldas stand out more than that one in my mind. So that's why I feel like it has to be below them. It has to be like a tier below.
You're a good kitty. It's okay.
Right.
You're just trying to save me from some misery.
Only Between Worlds, like I said, I really liked, but I never.
You're just trying.
And I think it had issues. I definitely thought that
You want to hang out, huh?
Kind of annoying. If anything, maybe I would downgrade Link Between Worlds to a C. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe if I were doing that, maybe I would upgrade the original Ocarina of Time to B.
Attention, huh?
Again, I didn't like the original Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64, so I'm not going to be putting it at A and S. But out of respect,
he lost us. He's just kind of yammering at this point.
As a trade with Link Between Worlds,
It's just a time filler. The list is over, and he's done. We're all done.
All right. And the other thing that gets
even my cat's done. He's like, yo, fucking finish it up.
They didn't have
you got a book to read or something?
Because if this was Skyward Sword HD, all right.
Metarax, thank you for subbing to the channel.
This would go up. Like this would at very least be a B. It might even go to A tier because Skyward Sword HD takes out the motion controls and makes the game so much more responsive.
The motion controls are fine. You just were a cunt.
It's kind of annoying that they don't have that one. But I don't think there's really a perfect tier maker for any of these. You know what I mean? The other thing is, it does suck that I didn't play so many of these. I mean, a lot of these are different alternate versions or the handheld ones, you know? So, and I think, yeah, I've heard Oracle of Seasons and Ages are real good. I've heard Spirit Tracks.
They're fantastic.
Are real good. It's a shame. Maybe one day they'll make a
they're probably
collection
fine.
of those. Right? It would be nice if they would make like a collection of those that would port it to like the Switch or the next.
They probably will one day. It'll be like a Zelda anniversary collection.
But you get like
I'll give you like all the top down ones
Zelda
together.
is now made into like games you can play on your console. I think I would love that. I'm actually kind of sad that it feels like there's a lot of games.
I really liked Master Quest personally.
No way to actively play those in the modern era, right? What am I gonna do? Go find a Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That
or get an emulator.
Anything, right? So, August says, didn't you quit Skyward Sword HD because you were bored? No. I wasn't bored at all. I was having a blast with it. I kept telling you guys I loved how much better it was with the
Oh, then why'd you quit it?
It was the audience that didn't like it. The audience was legit.
You're going to blame your fans?
Skyward Sword HD. I bought the whole game. I played it for like 12 hours, and I quit it.
Damn, that's brutal.
Stop playing it. And it sucks because I really enjoyed it. I was having a great time with it. And, you know, I quit it because people said they didn't like it. You know, so yeah,
brutal.
I really was enjoying it. I probably would have
it's your fault. Your viewers didn't like it.
You know. Anyway, all right. So let's do our final rankings then.
It wasn't me. I thought we were there.
All these ones at the bottom that I didn't play. I'm sure a lot of these are marvelous games. Sorry that I didn't play them and I couldn't rank them. In the D tier,
move on.
We've got the Legend of Zelda Game Watch and Link's Crossbow Training. Wow, what masterpieces in the D tier. C tier, A Link Between Worlds. Again, maybe I would like it better if I played further in, but I didn't.
It
Skyward
was.
Sword, the original Wii.
I haven't played it.
HD version,
It's
I would
probably
rank
pretty
it
good.
higher. The Adventure of Link, the gamble that they took trying to change Zelda into something different that it wasn't, a 2D platformer. It did not work very well in my opinion. And Hyrule Warriors, the game that in its own right was
The
great,
expansion pack?
but
Nice.
because of the issues with frame rate and performance, ends up being a very frustrating experience. In the B tier, Twilight Princess HD, Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch, and the original Ocarina of Time. I've already given my stories as to why I feel that those are ranked that way. All right, so I hope that makes sense. And, you know, if you disagree, again, leave comments on the video. Let me know what you think. If you're disagreeing with some of these rankings or my rationale for them, okay? Then we've got, in the B tier, Breath of the Wild. Great game. Or excuse me, in the I said B tier. The A tier, Breath of the Wild. Outstanding game. Very, very good. And definitely enjoyed the open world aspect and the modernization of the franchise.
That was a fast lead in. Any reference of the game
at the same
is
time,
good leaned.
really good game. Looking forward to the new one on Friday. Wind Waker HD still stands out in my mind. The exploration aspect, the great music, the cell shadedness, some of the unique dungeons and
that was a quick lean too.
Really great game. And the flooded world, very unique, right? The original Legend of Zelda, the classic, the one that started it all, the one that you know inspired so many different things in the RPG landscape.
I'm just covered in cat hair right now.
Right, superb game. Although definitely to this day,
it is
kinda
shedding
outdated.
time
I do
too.
feel like more games are better than that original, but still a great game. And then Majora's Mask, which again, great game. So, you know, great gameplay elements.
The Legend of Champions, Hogan's Mask.
Frustrating.
Was that when he was like the Patriot or whatever? Oh, that's terrible. That was awful.
Pretty darn
He's like sneaky little mask.
I feel the cream of the crop.
People are like, oh, it's
the best Zelda
Hogan.
games of all time. For 2D, it is Link to the Past on the SNES or Super Famicom.
Did Zelda
And then for
inspire?
3D, the original Ocarina of Time is still the best
Not really.
one that stood the test of time, and it inspired all the future games. So that is my
Like there are other
tier
RPGs out there.
maker for the Legend of Zelda franchise.
Yay!
Now, here's the question, right?
We're done.
What is going to happen with Tears of the Kingdom? Before we adjourn,
hey,
I'd like to ask everyone
it's
here
going to
in
be
the
an
chat,
A game.
what do you think Tears of the Kingdom will be ranked as? Do you think it'll be a S, A, B, C, or D?
It's going to hit the A
now,
tier.
Post up in the chat
Unless something fun happens in the
what you
story.
think Tears of the Kingdom will be.
It's not that hard.
Departure says A+. Buzzword, A. Ghost of J, A. Lies for Soul, probably B or A. Quantavius, D. Adult Bubble Connoisseur, D. Cheetah Man thinks an S. Haseo says maybe a B.
Where you going?
A. Hamlover and Rebecca say C. Tub says S. Maceo.
Are you
A.
helping?
Sam, B++.
Are you trying to
Olaf,
help?
B. Ricky, B for Baxter. You're stupid. Hamlover, C because it's not Sonic. That's also stupid. Mamoru with an A. Brian with an S. Seems like most people in general think it's going to be pretty good. I'm going to have a hard time with an S. Like,
You can come back down on
unless
that.
they really, really improve upon the original. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless they go, like, Link to the Past being kind of a direct sequel to the original Legend of
I mean,
Zelda,
that's fair. Breath of the Wild was a great game.
every
If you
aspect
do want to
of
call it an S tier,
That's
I think
why
that's a fair
I feel
argument.
like it's better and it's S tier. But already, from what we've seen for Tears of the Kingdom, which is coming out this Friday, when it's not out yet when I'm making this video, to me, here's my issue with the game. All right? It's like they took Breath of the Wild and they said, okay, so it's Breath of the Wild, but now we're going to add in crafting.
Like, can we tier maker his support levels?
Something original or not commonly done. There's
Yeah, that's a fucking F.
amount of games in the last 10 to 15 years with the crafting aspect. The fad started with Minecraft, although admittedly there were many other games that utilized crafting, survival games, and even Fortnite, right? I mean, so many games have this. And the fact that it seems
like
all
Dead
the
Rising
the
comes to
idea
mind for
you have
crafting.
the Breath of the Wild game and just say, okay, add crafting, slide it together. I don't know if that's going to be something innovative enough that I don't even know if it's innovative at all, honestly. You know what I'm saying?
I think it
I
is.
don't even know if this is going to feel like a Zelda game.
You get to make vehicles and all sorts of cool
break
stuff.
something down, recombine it, to make another item or vehicle or something to solve a puzzle, like that doesn't feel like Zelda to me. You know
Yeah,
what
it
I mean?
does.
You know,
that's
what I want to
that's
do
exactly what it is.
for like a 40-hour Zelda experience. I think it might take away from the core Zelda gameplay aspects that we all know.
I wonder what the new Castlevania games are going to be like.
Crafting. So I'm very curious about how the new Zelda will do when everyone starts playing it, if it really is a game that's so hyper focused on crafting. And again, there's nothing wrong with crafting, but if you wanted to have that as part of the game, maybe have a spin-off game or something. Don't make it that this is the mainstream game we've all been waiting for now for 6 years. It's coming out, and by the way, the game's a lot of crafting, so deal with it, bro. Like, I don't know.
I think that's just a fine element to add.
Don't worry, so I hope you go into it with an open mind. I am going to. I'm going to approach it with an open mind, and I'm going to try to, just like I do with
No,
all
he's not.
games,
He's going to get frustrated by the
balanced
crafting.
perspective. I'm not going to be like, oh,
Like, what do you mean?
bad notions that the
How is that supposed to know that those made a balloon float for me to walk on?
In the gameplay segments that we've seen so far, you know,
I'm already thinking he's looking up
I'm
guides
maintaining
and playthroughs
a
and things like
positive
that.
notion. Every Nintendo AAA
It's
game
just
that I play,
how I feel
always
already.
head into it with a positive attitude because Nintendo
He's gonna have to
AAA games
pretend.
have so much polish and so much attention to detail, and they put so much into them that typically, even if they make a misstep in one direction, they still end up being really great games.
A link to Papa Vera?
So I'm going to hope for the best with Tears of the Kingdom, and for those who like my gameplay or are interested in seeing me play the game, that will be over on my DSP gaming channel, which is my channel that I've had since 2010.
I haven't even checked
It's a 13-year-old channel.
that Warriors game yet.
Playthrough starting on release day, which will be Friday, the 12th, May 12th, 2023. I'm going to be playing it all day long. They're over there on live stream, so I hope that you will join
Just out of
me over
curiosity.
if you can. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, thank you for watching.
It's been a decent series.
my
A little
tier
lopsided
rankings
games,
of the
but
Legend of Zelda
we'll see.
franchise. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Did you like the stories that I had attached
Oh,
to
it's
the
close.
game? Did you think that maybe my reasoning is not sound?
92-90
Comment on this
dubs.
video and let me know what. Here's what I
A
love.
few minutes left.
What do you think about my rankings? And what are yours? What are your top 3 favorite Zelda games?
Oh, please
And
send
what
it.
is your most hated Zelda game of all time, and what's the reason? I would love to see some comments about that for engagement. I read all the comments, so thank you for sharing. And again, if you're watching this on demand, if you enjoyed it, if you could, first of all, like the video, leave comments, and maybe consider a super thanks on the video, or maybe a tip. Look in the description of the video.
It's like the
Link to
5th
that.
time he's mentioned
Really
that shit.
appreciate that. I
He's
like
really
these
trying to bait
Filmmaker
that
events,
out.
And I hope that you enjoyed it. All right, everyone? So thank you very, very much. This is Phil signing off for the Legend of Zelda Tier Maker Rankings. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you for another one
Fun.
soon. Thanks very much, and be safe. Peace out.
Peace out. Later, man.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy a cat
Okay.
leg, I guess.
All right, everyone. That is it. Okay?
You gonna go to the bed? You gonna just show the chat your belly?
What'd you guys think? Carlos says, are you going to make one of these for the Street Fighter launch week? No,
No.
dude, Carlos, where have you been?
You're
Are
being
you not
very
aware?
careful.
Oh, my God. Carlos, are you not aware? I've been saying this every day on the podcast. I guess I have to actually do this. You guys ready? Switch
Don't
over
worry,
here.
buddy. We're almost
Are
there.
you not aware that we have a special marathon event coming up to hype up the launch of Street
Oh,
Fighter
fuck.
6, in which I will be doing multiple
Yeah,
tier
Carlos,
rankings for
pay
fighting
attention
games.
to all
Hold
of
on a
the
second.
stuff
Don't go
Phil
anywhere.
tells
I'm
you.
going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay? I guess Carlos, that's right. I guess Carlos is not
this
going to know.
Is this
Carlos
unrecorded?
is not paying attention. Hold on, Carlos. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to show you. I'm serious. Don't leave. A lot of people left. I don't know why.
Because you're boring. What is
Ready? Here
it,
it is.
man?
Hold on. Here it is.
Wow.
Fight and Feast. May 21st. All day long.
Karen Masters as a selectable character?
DSP Gaming, but it's going to have multiple segments. Some will be gameplay, but we're going to be doing multiple tier maker rankings during this day.
Oh my fuck.
Tier maker rankings
No.
are gonna be for fighting games.
No,
We may
no.
rank overall
That's punishment.
fighting
That's
franchises,
not
we may
okay.
rank individual
They're gonna show it in like
franchises,
Guantanamo
we may
Bay,
be ranking
and they're just gonna like watch this, and
individually,
people are just
you know,
gonna
against
just
each
try to
other. I'm
gouge
not
their
sure.
fucking eyes
I
out.
haven't really fully
Multiple
set it out
tier
so
makers
thought
in a
out yet,
single
but
day.
likely we'll have input that week. People will
Help.
like poll or whatever to see exactly what.
Look at all the characters, like
But,
DJ's top tiers.
yeah,
He's
like,
talking
this is
about DJ, and
happening
he's just
on
gonna
May
chew his
21st.
nails off.
We're gonna have multiple
Cammy's like in
tier
the
maker
D
rankings
tier.
for fighting game stuff.
That's
This
rude.
is the build up, the hype for Street Fighter 6. Okay, So I hope you will join me for that if you can. All right.
Geef is like sweaty man S tier.
When is the Fighting Feast? May 21st. Sunday, May
Skip.
21st. Let me double check that.
No, not doing that. No.
Yes, Sunday, May 21st. Absolutely. I want to be sure that we had the date right if I keep saying that over and over. Okay? So
Okay, move on.
You were a great audience. I want to say thank you. This
Were
was
they?
a fun event to do on DSP Reacts. Now, how did it go? Super chats were great. I think I made like $70 to super chats tonight. But
Wow.
outside of that, as you can see,
That's definitely not how much you
were
made.
abysmal. There's like $10 in tips, and we have no membership. So it's weird. It seems like the stuff on DSP Reacts
Oh fuck! Here it
that
goes.
does well on demand. For example,
Oh,
long
fuck.
React videos do pretty good on demand. These tier makers do pretty good on demand, but then the streams don't do that well.
Because they're boring
So
as
I'm
fuck.
not sure how to take that. You know, I'm curious how this will do. When
It's
I
your
upload it
fault,
tonight, I'm
chat.
curious,
You don't give me money.
What kind of views will this pull in? If it pulls in thousands of views like the last one I did, then it's great.
It won't.
You know, but you know,
I don't think it will, unless
I
people
wonder-
just wanting to watch a dumb
I wonder what's
fucking
gonna
tier
happen.
maker stream.
I guess we'll have to see. All right. So when is the next?
When is
tier
Phil
maker?
gonna discover
During this
icebreakers?
event, May 21st.
Like just looking down
We're
an
gonna go
iceberg.
around DSP Gaming and we'll probably do,
Oh, it's a
two
Street
tier
Fighter
makers
iceberg.
during the
It's
event.
5
All right,
years
guys, now,
after this was
as
made.
for tomorrow, I'm streaming all day over on DSP Gaming. It's
Yay.
gonna be one podcast at 10:45
Wow.
time.
Thanks,
I'm
King.
going to be continuing on with Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and we're now fully into the story. No more optional boss fight bullshit. We're actually going to advance the plot and everything.
We beat the frags.
And tomorrow night
Okay.
is Oblivion Shivering Isles DLC on the late stream.
Poor
Okay?
piece of peas.
So you can
Are
join
you
me
are you
please
doing
do.
a fucking back to
Thank
back?
you in advance to anyone who has or
Yuck.
you know is really enjoying this content. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you for my final consecutive streaming day of the week tomorrow. Sound good? I hope so. All right, everyone.
No.
Great day. Thank you all. Please enjoy your evening. Please be safe, have fun, and relax. And I will hopefully see you all in the morning for a fun podcast. Fair enough? All right, everyone. The tier maker was fun. Thanks for watching. And have a good night. See you all in the AM. Peace out.
fucking-
And later.
Dear Lord, you made it through it. We've once again survived another shitty stream. It was not fun. No. My buzz is completely ruined. I'm gonna have to go and erase all this from my brain with a big fat fucking dab because I don't know how else to cope with it. But Phil tried to ruin one of my most beloved game franchises through a lot of dribble and nonsense, and I'll let the kitty cat cross real quick and that sweet cat tail. It was okay. It was meh. Like most of his tier makers, just meh. Thanks for catching one with me though. It was fun to do a little bit of a restream. Phil was disappointed with his chat for the low support numbers. Super Berries were pretty good apparently. $70, I believe him. He's probably watching that like a hawk, so he could use it as leverage for instant money gratification. But that's normal Phil stuff, to be honest. I had a very enjoyable time. You guys were fantastic as always. Thank you for joining me tonight. I will attempt another stream maybe tomorrow night. If not, on the day off. Big ups to Pop. Big ups to you. Big ups to the Onion. Big ups to Kiwi Farms. May you rest in power. When you come back, I'll see you there. I'll catch you around, guys. I'm gonna go get another beer, to be honest, and something cleanse my palate. But thank you for all being here. I'll see you soon.